Welcome back, guys. I am so sorry for the technical difficulties, but welcome back. My name is Cody. This is Taking20 Presents, and hopefully you guys can all hear me. So before I continue, we're going to do a quick sound check. Why don't you guys all introduce yourselves? Chris, who are you playing?
I'm playing Malachi, Land Druid Dwarf, and Dirty Jerk.
There you go. Daniel?
Yeah, I'm the rogue. I'm Mirabar.
Our Elvis Rogue Assassin. Bran, who are you playing, man?
I'm Brandon playing Bran. I know. Great.
Hashtag mind blown. And Philip.
Cesare, the Valor Bard and Master of all trades.
Okay. So, look, it's Chris, not Chris, is telling us it's working. So thank you for hanging out with us and letting us know we're having some technical difficulties. Okay. Whew. Well, that was a pain in the ass. But we're live, we're good, we're ready to game. So let's jump back into it. All right, dudes. So last week, you guys received a interesting gift in the form of an airship by a mysterious benefactor who appears to be a form of a red dragon. You weren't quite sure what to do, but you decided to at least use the gift while you could, and you went hunting for the first relic that the Oracle had asked you to retrieve in order to prove yourselves. After a hellacious battle in which the group did experience one casualty in the form of a broken magical lute, the group made its way back to Mirabar and hopped on through the Harper teleportation system back over to Everland and back to the Moongleam Tower. You guys did some shopping, and of course, Cesare, you were looking to have your loot restored, hopefully. And that is where we will pick up at this point. So you guys had spent the night and recuperated and rested up, and probably Cesare may have shed some tears. I don't know. Maybe. And so you guys leveled up, and you now find yourselves in the Moongleam Tower with the city of Everland and potentially the Harper network at your disposal. What would you guys like to do?
I think we should find Crowen and update him. He said he would have some news for us when we joined him last, or we spoke with him last, and I think it's time to see what their network may have for us.
It sounds like a good idea. I would like to know more about these Harpers and what they can do for Cesare.
So, do you guys want to go hunting for? You want to go hunting for Crowen?
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Malachi's not embarrassed to ask for directions.
So, you guys wake up and you kind of have a few discussions on what you want to do this day, and eventually deciding that you want to go look for Crowen. You make your way through Moongleam Tower, and eventually someone points out that he is in the mess hall currently. As you make your way down to the mess hall, you are greeted with a table of 3 Harpers who are kind of stuffing their face, and as they see you walk in, they give you a nod, and behind them is Crowen, but he is stroking his long beard, and he is kind of just standing there staring off into the distance.
What kind of breakfast offerings are available?
It appears to be a bit of toast and quite a bit of eggs and some form of a boar or ham, something along those lines.
Is this an ale for breakfast type of crowd?
You don't see anybody drinking ale not of this small group, but perhaps.
Okay.
Malachi's going to wander on over to the boar and just grab a handful and just rip it off, and then walk over to Crowen eating it and say, "Hey there, Crowen."
So you walk over and on the table that has kind of been laid out for the Harpers to kind of get up and get their breakfast. A lot of it's been picked over because, unlike this group, the rest of the Harpers are typically on duty, at least here in the Moongleam Tower. So You walk over, you look at the little bit that's been picked over, you get yourself a nice bit, and you go and greet Crowen. It's good to see you well rested.
Thank you. And
Beds
well
aren't too
met.
bad.
It's a fine establishment you have here. By the way, are there any harps around? They're called the harpers, right?
There are no harpers, no harps here in the mess hall.
Right then.
And you're not sure if that's a metaphor-y type of thing, or if that's just a mascot, or if they really have some around. But nothing down here in the mess hall that you see. So, what will it be then? What does your day entail today?
We've learned a fair bit about the giant threat, and when last we spoke, you were going to send out scouts to examine the region and learn what you could. I think it's time for a meeting of minds between us, you, and anyone else you think would be important to be a part of that conversation.
Well, there's not many more to include in this conversation that knows anything that I do not know.
Fair enough.
It appears that we have reports of the hill giant activity you spoke of. One of our Harper agents and a few local men had actually, well, they fended off a hill giant attack at a nearby farm and managed to capture one of the miscreants.
Near
They
Everland, an attack.
No, to the south,
To the south.
north of Golden Fields.
We've never been there.
You say Golden Fields. I do not know that I know of this place. Tell me, you captured a hill giant. That is no small feat. What did you learn from this beast?
It appears they are gathering. They are gathering food, cows, animals, crops. From what we could get out of this hill giant is that some chieftain or so is in charge, though we haven't been able to locate I don't even know if they live in huts or caves or what, but we haven't been able to locate exactly where they are, but they spoke of a Grodhog. Are you familiar with this term?
I think we spoke of a Grodhog to you when last we visited.
Ah, yes. But have you learned anything more in your travels to the north about this Grodhog?
No, not about the Grodhog, but Cesare, whenever we were in Goldenfields and Aldo was talking to the other hill giant, wasn't he telling us that they were gathering food? So really, the Harpers haven't learned much then. It's the same information we already know.
You know, I think you are confused because we were never in Golden Fields.
Oh,
we
yes, we were never in Goldenfields.
perhaps in that general direction, but
honestly,
no, nothing. No, nothing. I don't. All this. Yes, he said many things. They were gathering food. That the Grodhog was in the south, not so far from Golden Fields, if that is what this place is truly called. But no, our reconnaissance from the north indicated to us that there is a power struggle amongst the giants.
Before we go too much further, I'll be remiss if I did not mention that my dear friend here, and I put my hand on Rivermeier's shoulder, remembered a promise you made about certain magical accoutrement that you may be able to furnish us with. We believe the information we have has a great deal of value, and we'd love to share that with you, but hope that you will be able to share the bounty of the Harpers with us as well.
Yes, of course.
Talked about this last time?
Yes, you did. Yes,
Oh,
of course.
sorry.
I remember very much the information you gave to me, but I have procured a few particular things you might find of interest. Perhaps you would like to follow me.
Certainly.
Well, we can finish this discussion first. I just wanted to bring it to the table.
Well, the only new information that we have about Grodhog is that it is near the Desserin Valley. perhaps a bit north of it is our best inclination, obviously to the west of the high forest.
Can I ask you, Kron, does the word Groundhog, or words in this case, mean anything to you?
No, I just assume it's something in giant.
Do you not have a harper or a member who can speak the language of these beasts?
I am imagining it's a name, like John.
This is an interesting conclusion to draw. We believe that part of this name, Hog, is the giant word for hill giant. So perhaps the Groundhog is the gathering place of this particular band of
He
giants.
kind of looks over at you curiously, like he's waiting for you to kind of reveal more information. Like, he kind of looks over like he's almost a little bit perturbed at you guys, where he's kind of just like, well, I don't really see how the name helps us much. We imagine that there is a large gathering taking place here. We are hunting and scoping down the place specifically now. Already reports are coming in from a little bit north of Belliard and south of Belliard and north of Goldenfields, with giant tracks leading in opposite directions. So we do believe this Groundhog, this hill giant gathering place, if you will, is near to the Desserin Valley. And he turns and he leaves the room.
Do we follow him, I guess?
Crowen, we have information for you too. Crowen,
Further information?
a great deal of information.
We're just getting to the good part, my friend. Do you not understand storytelling? This was the exposition, and then we were to move into the main plot points. I am a bard. This is my trade.
He kind of looks over at you,
ago.
Rivermeyer, and he's just like, I'm waiting.
I kind of like, not like, yeah, I deal with this a lot. I kind of tune them out. That's why I have long hair.
Cesare, would you like to tell the tale?
Tell me, what does this mean to you? I take out the ice shard and I stab it into the table.
It's shattered.
Did you have to ruin the man's table?
Was this like a really nice table? Because if it was a nice... I respect wood, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't have stabbed it into a really nice
Because I
table.
mean, like, you...
I wouldn't say that it's a nice table. It's a place where soldiers eat.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, where did you get such an artifact?
This is the point that we were coming to. In the north, we found a place called the Oracle of the Giants. There we learned that the structures, the order of giants, is at a breaking point. We believe that the different giants, the hill giants, the ice giants, the fire giants, the cloud and thunder giants, are nearing a point of war. A war that would shatter this world that we small people call home.
And
Become
this
small.
has to do with the ordning that you told me of last night.
This is exactly so.
I had not
believe
yet
it.
imagined a war between the giants.
We
And
believe
what
it's a power
exact-
struggle.
Yes,
The King
well,
of Giants has abandoned, or believes that conflict is the only way to regain the approval of their gods. And giant
I
lords
wouldn't
have risen up
necessarily
and taken
say
power.
open war. There hasn't been really true signs of open war. But the term no honor among thieves, I'm sure that rings a bell. That's how I presume the giants are at this point.
and what does this artifact have to do with the ordning or the
Oh, that's how you talk to the Oracle.
this here? I can communicate and ask this questions.
No.
Is-
It's the key.
It is not nearly so simple. You are the high mage of this tower. Tell us, what can you tell me of the magic encased in this item?
He kind of takes it. You can hear him. And he's kind of whispering over an incantation. And after a few moments, he looks at you. This is a key, you say?
Yes.
Interesting.
You know, Crowen, we are doing an awful lot of this talking on faith.
I don't believe it to be a key, in fact.
Yeah, can we out of character for a second here?
Yeah, sure.
If I remember, it was the weapons in the temple that were the keys.
Yeah, I think you guys. I'm gonna kind of rein you guys back in for the moment, because I really think you guys have perhaps you need to kind of remember some things. You guys have spoken with Crowen already. You guys, so like the first thing you did with Everland is you guys spoke with Crowen.
Yeah.
That's why he's looking at you weird. This wasn't a key at all. In fact, this was not something that opened up anything for you guys. If you guys remember how you opened up the portal was by touching the weapons on the archway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
But
are you
this
guys?
did radiate a shitload of magic.
It did.
Yeah, we don't know
Absolutely.
what it is, though.
Absolutely. So he kind of looks over at you, and he looks puzzling. He looks puzzling at you. I do not believe this to be a key. In fact, this appears to be a magical item of different types.
What do you believe it can do?
Well,
Can it be identified?
he walks over to the cup of water, takes it from the guy who's drinking it, who kind of looks up at him, and he goes, and he pulls the shard out, dips it in the water, he pulls it out, holds the cup up,
Blade.
and he turns it upside down. And nothing
Neat.
happens. And then he slowly reveals to you the interior of the cup. And at the back, you can see a chunk of ice where the water was.
I put my triangle opal in that same cup. What happens?
It blows up when you all die.
As you dip it in, you can hear it go, and it starts
And
to melt the ice, and starts to melt the ice, and the little bit of water that's on top that has already melted, even starts to kind of boil and steam a little bit.
And then I pour the cup out, and I say, I win.
Indeed. And he hands back over the shard.
So it is a stone that makes water freeze. This is not particularly useful.
Oh, yes, well, who of you has been carrying such an item?
Why, me, Cesare. Cesare the Bard.
May I have your hand, please?
But of course.
He's going to tell you that you've gained some disease.
He holds your hand out.
Would not be the first time.
He walks over. He grabs a little 3-prong candle thing that's on the wall to give this place some light. And it's kind of irradiating. It's lit. It's lit up. So this is what's giving off the light down here. Hold out your hand, please.
No.
Please, sir, I beg you, trust me.
You're going to put my hand in the fire and you're going to do some kind of trickery.
Well, if you do not trust me, then there is no need.
Fine,
Brand
fine.
holds out my Brand holds out his hand.
Ah, yes, but you have not been carrying the item in question. I would surely burn you. Cesare?
But you are saying you will not burn Cesare, yes.
And he holds the flame underneath your arm, and he really starts to go further and further and further, and he goes all the way up to almost your elbow and back.
What does it feel like?
It feels like nothing. And when you turn your hand over, you see just a little bit of a line, of a black line, but not like burnt or anything like that. Like your skin isn't burnt, just a little bit of kind of ash, if you will.
Are you telling me my bearded friend, the Cesare Ducat is fireproof?
Ah, no, not fireproof. See, for if I hold the candle and he puts it back under you in one spot too long, and he kind of circles a little bit, and you kind of can feel the fire start to get to you. You see, not fireproof, but rather resistance.
Yep. Cesare, fire. Exmalog, fire. Me, fire. Fire.
Malachi, I cannot understand what you are saying. You are overly excited. Here, and I hand him a water skin of wine.
I finish it in one go.
This is most interesting. My companion, Bran, can you tell us of his item?
I hold up the triangle opal.
And he does basically the same thing where he holds it over and starts to cast over it, and you can see him kind of working his magics over this sort of small, thin, triangular opal figure with a rune shimmering in its core to kind of describe it. It's not really carved in. Again, much like the shard of the East rune, the opal of the Ild rune has kind of this rune buried in the midst of it. Yes, well. How shall I do this? You've been carrying this for several days, yes?
That is correct.
Do me a favor, hold this. And he gives you back the opal. He takes a few steps back, and he's holding the candle with the 3 prongs. At this point, the 3 guys that were eating breakfast are like just completely fascinated with everything that is going on. They are just like watching all of this that's going on. I want you to focus on this flame right here. And he kind of points to the top one. Now I want you to say these words exactly. The fast. But continue to focus on this flame.
Okay, Bran concentrates, and he says, "The Voss."
The light goes out. The fire goes out.
I probably just blew too hard.
Bran, are you crazy? Did you not see what he did with the flame with me? We have got all kinds of magic powers now. High five.
Now, Bran, do me a favor and very carefully concentrate exactly on this wick. And repeat after me. Ignis. But please, just focus on this wick.
I feel like doing some weird stuff, but okay. Okay, I intentionally focus.
This is a very powerful wizard, so I mean, you can fuck with them if you want. Hey, Chris, we lost your can, man. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Bran stares at the wick, concentrates for a second, and shouts, "Ignis!"
And way bigger than the little flame kind of comes kind of bursting up from the tip of the wick, and before it settles back down, and you can see a fire dancing on the edge of this wick furiously.
I try and smack the opal out of Bran's hand.
Desiree looks jealous.
Oh, I'm holding it in my fists. You can't grab it.
Yeah, you reach over, and he immediately is so like, he's like already like, and you reach over, grab it, and he just kind of jerks it away from you real quick.
No, I'm not trying to grab it. I don't want it. I'm just like, Malachi, like, not a huge fan of fire. And like, this additional fire control, like, he just wants, like, the fire to go away. So he just tries to smack it from your hand. He may fail, that's fine. But that he would do that and, like, look at you real suspicious. What the hell, Bran? You know how I feel about fire.
Hey, I'm not Rivermeyer, okay?
I resent that comment entirely.
I
I
don't
don't know what you're talking about.
And
I
if
don't
remember
understand the
correctly,
joke.
Bran, You're the one who gave me the torch in the first place.
All right. Moving on. Crowen, thank you for your information. And then I take off the amulet and hand it to him and say, "How about this?"
Huh, interesting. What is this? This is... of course. I know this symbol. And he kind of shows it to you again. This lidless eye, this is an amulet of proof against detection and locational magics. It will make the wearer, once they have attuned to the object, difficult to divine from where their location is.
Neat.
This is very common, and he pulls up his his chain around that's buried into his shirt, and you can see that a different looking amulet, but with a similar symbol, is kind of what he is wearing right there. One can never be too careful.
Crowen, would you mind giving us 3 more of those, as we will be doing the harbor's work? This could come in handy, yes?
Yes, unfortunately, the only one I have available is... And no, you may not have that, for my enemies can never know where I am.
Fair enough. How about this one? And I take out the arcane focus that I took off the witch doctor at one point. And I'm assuming that Crowen's kind of having fun showing off at this point also.
He is a little bit.
Hand that over. How about this one?
Well, y'all seem to have quite the trinket collection here. Are you sure that you are looking for more accoutrement, as you put it? And, yes, this appears to be a focus, though a very interesting choice for such an object. By chance, where did you get this?
I killed the witch doctor. They were trying to kill us.
Yes, well... enjoy.
Alright, my turn. I'll pull out the Dwarven Warhammer. Say, I'm not sure this is magical, but there are some interesting runes on it. I wasn't 100% sure if there were any significance there.
No, this is not tinging. I feel no presence here with this particular weapon, though admittedly it is quite a beautiful piece. And he kind of swings it, and very well balanced.
Dr. Meyer, you got anything cool on you that you want to show this guy?
No, not at all.
You just ran into Deckard Cain, alright, y'all? So stay a while and listen! Oh, that's pretty good. Alright. He proceeds to disclose some more information about the runes, both the opal and the shard. It appears the opal and shard that you have properties of transferability, if you will. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in y'all's journals, so that you can see exactly what these things do. I really wish this thing was... there we go. Nope, that's not much better. There we go.
Oh, Bram. That's perfect for you.
And he basically describes how the 2 runes, the 2 items that you guys are carrying, you can transfer some of the magical properties, which in essence will destroy the item, but will basically fashion it permanently to something else to give you some more interesting things that you can do with it if you so choose.
That fire option
Wow.
sword's pretty cool.
Oh. Oh.
Yes, was there anything else that you had for me?
I think that's all, and I hand him a copper.
He looks down. Thank you, Brad. And he kind of just slips it into one of his many pouches as he kind of pulls back his robes. You can actually see that he's wearing a large, thick belt around with maybe 20, 25 little pouches all about it.
Cody, can you add those East and Ild runes to our journal just so we can reference them later?
Yeah, all you have to do is put a bracket, type the name in, put a closed bracket, and hit save, and they'll go just like that. Also, they should be. Oh, you guys can't do that. Here, let me do this. Let me unarchive it. Is that a little better?
I see the Ild rune, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. There you go. All right. Is that a little better there?
Yeah, thanks, Cody.
Ooh, snap. Oh, snap. Right.
How you know you did well as a dungeon master? Your players. Oh, snap! And he kind of bids you guys farewell. Well, if there's nothing else, I do have other matters to attend to.
There was the final matter of the antiques that you were to entrust to us.
Yes, well, I guess I will have to send for them, and perhaps I will have some available soon.
Very well. Just before you go, can you assign another harper to me to show me around and let me know of the teleportation circles and the tiefling man who has my loot?
You don't know where the teleportation circle is? And he starts pointing. It's down and 2, and then 3 doors down on your right, and then the end of the hallway, and then it's at the walkthrough wall.
This thing is. I want to know how it works.
Oh, yes, well, of course. We would be happy to take you on as an apprentice if you want to study here a little while. Perhaps maybe a few months or so you could have it mastered with a man of your abilities.
I have about 45 minutes. What can we do in that amount of time?
He kind of looks over at you. You could splice yourself. That's what you could do in about 45 minutes. Or perhaps maybe open a gate to Hades.
I already know how to go 500 feet. That's a pretty good starting point, I think.
Yes, perhaps. Anyways, I do have urgent matters to attend to also, if there's nothing else. Good, thank you. And he proceeds to kind of walk off.
Alright, bye. See you later. Wow, that guy, right?
Made him mad.
Well, I was being perfectly polite. I don't know what his problem is. He seems to be in a big hurry when we are the ones bringing all this great news about the giants.
Yes, I
So-
will say that the information gathering seems to be a little less than up to par.
He did not give us a time when we would be getting these magical items, artifacts as he calls them, did he?
No, however, we cannot stay here much longer.
Agreed.
Now, I do want to remind you guys that yesterday you left your airship outside of Mirabar about half a day, or about an hour's journey outside of Mirabar to the south.
Yeah, we told them that we'd be back in 1 to 2 days. So, that's all the
should go
time
back.
we got, guys.
So we should go back tonight.
Yeah.
I make sure to collect my cloak from the leather merchant. Or the leather worker.
Oh,
Alright, so let's do a little bit of shopping here.
just go off on our own shopping, or I want to check in with this. Is the dude a tiefling, by the way?
Yes.
Cool. I guessed right. Yeah, I want to check on with that dude.
I'm waiting.
Master Tiefling! Master Tiefling! It is me, Jezebel!
Oh, yeah, what? Oh, it's you.
Yes.
Yeah, I fixed your damned loot.
Haha.
And he hands it back over to you, and it is now in one piece. All of the vines have been removed, but the bottom is missing and appears to have been snapped off.
I believe it is still in the process of being fixed, yes?
I'm trying really hard not to laugh. Hold on, give me a moment. No, this sounds better. And he hands it over to you. That'll be 45 gold pieces.
Well, hold on a second.
You notice that the sound is beautiful, and it seems to resonate even louder and cleaner than before, which, being a bard and knowing your way around instruments, you cannot believe that the acoustics coming from this thing sound the way they do, knowing that the bottom portion has been torn off.
How did you have the magic? You truly have the gift, my friend.
Yeah, well, 45 gold pieces.
I give him 50 gold pieces and then I kiss him right on the mouth.
If it breaks again, you can shove it up your ass. And he slams the door.
Thank you, Master Tiefling. And I leave like a pretty nice, like 10 gold bottle of wine outside of it with like a nice handwritten note.
You need to reattune with your instrument. So in about 3 days or so, you will have all of its capabilities back.
Cool. Sweet. So I now have 2 magical items attuned to me, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. And then in 5e you can have a maximum of 3?
You'll see.
Okay. All right, Cesare's in a really good mood, and he's like, were you guys waiting for him, or did you already head out to the market?
Brian headed to the market.
I would have gone with Bran.
Yeah, Rivermire didn't do anything. He just stayed in the harbor. He's ready to like go back to Mirabar.
Does Rivermire need arrows?
Rivermire bought arrows last time.
Oh, he did
You
buy
do not
arrows.
remember any of the last session.
Cesare grabs Rivermire around the shoulder. Come, my friend, let us go do some target practice. And we go out and shoot arrows at stuff.
If he does that, like, seeing that he has his loot back, Rivermire doesn't play the whole, like, oh, you're my friend again. He goes back to being regular Rivermire.
Come on, you can teach me all about how to kill people with poison.
You don't, alright.
Yeah, you like talking about killing.
Of course I like it, but that's because it's my job.
So, you two are actually going to go out and like try to find like a little area to shoot some arrows off and practice and whatnot.
Yes.
Yes.
And Bran, what are you doing while they're doing this?
I'm going to the leather merchant that has my cloak, and he's trying to restore it.
Over to Brindle's.
I don't think he's going to restore it. It's fine.
And Malachi, what are you choosing to do? It looks like your compatriots are going in 2 different directions.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Bran.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and talk Bran into buying a cool weapon or a ring or something while he's out there.
So, Cesare and Rivermire, you guys kind of make it to the edge of the wall. You're asking around with the guards because you don't want to end up like firing off arrows randomly. And they kind of point you in a direction of a little Fletcher that has no problem with, you shooting some. He's got a nice little wide space pressed up against the back of a wall, shooting into some bales of hay and whatnot. That you can do that without being bothered too terribly bad. And so you guys line up and you're cutting loose and having a good time, kind of going through your practice. These arrows and these bows that you guys have are performing spectacularly. The Fletcher comes out. He kind of disappeared into his shop a little bit, and he comes out with another guy, and they come up and they're chatting you guys up while you're aiming and whatnot, and you can see that they have they're well equipped. Excuse me, because they're warriors and they're soldiers and they're kind of ribbing with you guys, and they start asking you about where you guys had been and what all you guys have done in Everland. And the one guy who is kind of came out with the Fletcher, is kind of tall, red hair, and he is asking you about the Moongleam Tower, because he says that he's never been inside. So he's asking how long have you been in the Moongleam Tower?
Good. Not very long at all, in fact. I did not... this was my first trip to Everland, and I have only been in it twice now, I guess.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, the Harpers keep that place locked up. The Fletcher's kind of nodding. Yeah, I tried to get in there myself. I wasn't having it.
Oh, really?
You just need one of these. And Cesare pulls out his coin emblem and he starts flipping it like Jack Sparrow.
You're pretty good with that thing. He kind of takes his sword out. He's kind of holding it up. Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I'll trade you my weapon for that badge for just the day. Just let me get inside.
But why are you so keen to get inside the tower? It is... What is it you wish to see, my friend?
Who doesn't want to see the Moongleam Tower? The 4 towers all melding into one beautiful piece. It's the biggest building in all of Everland. You say that you don't care to be inside? It's a masterpiece.
The oracles, I believe.
The oracles? What oracles?
Oh, just here and there. We're adventurers, of course, so we've seen many more things than just your small city. I'm sorry for that. However, I promise you, if you go to places, Waterdeep is just as big and has just as nice of things as does Neverwinter.
You should see the Moonshade Isles. They are beautiful, and while we may lack in architecture, the mountain vistas are beyond anything you could imagine.
And so I insight his like why he wants to go inside.
Nice. It's a loud ass drink.
You kind of get a weird feeling, about why he wants to go. It's just kind of strange for him to ask for your coin. It definitely puts you off. But you see him kind of like staring at you for a minute, and I have a bet for you. How about, you seem pretty good with the bow. I bet that you cannot hit this coin from 20 yards away. And if you do it, I'll give you 50 gold pieces. 50. I have a nice business here in Everland. I can afford to do that. And he does. But if you miss, you got to at least invite me into the tower with you.
We'll see what can be done.
Is he talking to Cesare or...
draws an arrow and he just kind of waits for him to go put the coin over there.
He walks over, he puts the coin. Now hold on. He puts the coin. He steps back. He's like, okay, I'm gonna just step back, and he kind of steps behind you guys. He's like, oh, but you can't do it. You fire off?
Yep.
You strike the coin. And at the same time, you look back and you see this guy raising the sword and bringing it down on you.
Yeah?
So,
I'm gonna kill him, and then I'm gonna take everything that he has, and then I'm gonna give his head to the guards, and then I'm gonna take everything they have.
I need... Hold on.
Everybody. The town attack me first, guys. I'm gonna kill everybody.
That's where the adventure ended.
Give me just a moment here.
Oh, where is the token?
I'm serious though. Like I will kill him and not kill him. Like I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
Doug,
let him
I'm-
like survive.
No, I'm with you. I'm Cesare. Don't play for this shit.
I have a 17
That is
for 15 damage,
cool.
and I have a 16 for 18 damage.
Cool. So I'm going to have the 18
Why are you having it?
because I'm a rogue. That's what I can do.
I think you have to see it coming, correct?
You said I turn around and see him raising his sword. Eat me.
I'm going to say that he attacked you from behind, and you saw it not in time
I
enough to
can't-
avoid any of
I
it.
can't be. I have the alert feat.
Okay, let me see it.
Can't be surprised when you are conscious. Let's go.
Other creatures don't gain advantage. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, work for me. And if you two would be so kind as to roll me initiative, please.
I don't know where my token is. Oh, but I can pull it up.
That's awfully loud.
Fuck, how do I do this? I haven't had to do this in months. Oh.
I'm waiting on initiative from somebody here.
You're waiting on it for me, but I don't have a token.
Okay, can you not pull a token out?
I'm trying to.
Go to your character sheet and you can roll it from your character sheet.
Alright, I got you.
Alright, guys.
Alright,
Yeah, I was trying to drag.
let me do this here.
I mean,
Is that better? That is really loud. I'm sorry. That is screaming.
much.
Okay. Oh, why did that... Alright, well, one was a 19. Alright. So...
Wait,
That brings
Rivermeadow
us-
Looks like you fell off the list here.
Nope. Rivermeyer, go.
Yeah. How is Cesare standing next to anybody?
Chesser, you and it is literally you two right next to this to these things. To these guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna step here, and then I'm going to draw my rapier, keeping my bow in my left hand. I'm just gonna draw my rapier, and I'm gonna swing at this guy, and then I'm gonna disengage as a bonus action. Sound good?
Go for it.
I gotta get my rapier out though.
Oh!
For one.
17 for 1 and an additional 13 for sneak attack.
And then I'm gonna disengage up to 10 feet away behind Cesare. And then I'll come back in, and then I'll reprise.
Okay. That brings us over to this guy who turns and he he lashes out at Cesare. I have a 23 for 5 and a 25 for 9, sir.
God damn, son. Yeah, those will both hit.
As he comes bashing into you, you bring your bow up for the first attack that hits with the sword, but you see the next thing that comes in is a fist, and you almost see it blur as it comes into you and smashes into your face and comes back up and hits you right in the gut, almost knocking the wind out of you. Cesare.
What would it take for me to draw my rapier and shield? Would that be a full action?
You have your bow out.
Right.
I tell you what, here's what I'll let you do. I will let you draw your weapon, draw your shield, and take the dodge action without moving.
Okay. I will do all those things.
That brings us up to the next attacker, and the Fletcher, who has seen Rivermire kind of burst away from him, turns his eyes and looks down at Cesare and comes in, and you see him drop the sword that he's holding, and he comes in with his fists hard and fast. I have a 19 for 7 and a 19 for 8.
Both miss, because I got my shield out.
That is amazing. Rivermire,
I'm gonna proceed for guards.
you realize that this little section is kind of secluded. You could probably make a run for it.
Yeah, no, okay, I'm gonna drop my bow, grab my dagger, step in, go wham wham.
Yeah, go for it.
Jerk. I'm gonna kill him is what I'm going to do.
A 19 for 6 hits a...
It's 25
Wow,
total.
that is incredible. Roll me an extra D2.
Sure.
Gain back 1 life.
Nice.
This thing steps up, slides past Cesare as he's being engaged with this first one, and sees Rivermire with his back turned kind of to him, and he's trying to whip around. You're trying to defend yourself from both sides now, and he makes 2 attacks on you. I have a 25 for 8 and a 7 for 5.
I'm gonna take 4.
As he kind of swings back around, you see it just in time. You get your arm up in time to kind of block one of his blows, but it stuns your arm with just how strong this guy is. He's almost supernaturally strong. And as he kind of steps back and he smiles at you, you can feel just how almost numb your arm has gone. Cesare.
I am going to... So these dudes are both still alive, so I'm going to take the one who is right on my dick and give him a double taste of my rapier. 20 for 5 and 11 for 5.
The 20 for 5 digs in. You come back slashing once, slashing twice. One of them misses, but the second one seems to draw some blood. And this thing kind of looks at you.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to my buddy, this guy, which is 1d8, because I don't have my magic loot.
It's cool. You're kind of just like back to back, and I'm like, yes.
He steps over and away from Rivermire, and he looks at you, and he kind of goes, I'm going to rip out your sister's heart. And then he comes back in furiously with 2 more blows. I have an 11 for 8 and an 8 for 10 as you're able to get your shield up and block both of the blows. Again, the impact against the back of the shield, even though you were able to block it, you can feel just how powerful these blows are. Rivermire.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn back to this guy who just cut me on the arm, and I'm just gonna look at him dead-eyed, and I'm not even gonna say a word. I'm just gonna go, like, make eye contact first, like that's the first thing, and then I'm gonna strike.
So I have a 21, a 20 for 21. You come in with the
No.
Kraken's thing and it ducks it.
Yeah.
It ducks the Kraken's fang, and you come back over the top with your rapier, and you can kind of dig through one, kind of the back of his side, kind of where his kidneys are. But your rapier, as you kind of pull back, you realize didn't actually cut through it, but rather sliced it on the outside, still inflicting some damage, but not nearly the fatal blow it could have been. This thing, it looks over and it hunkers down, and you can kind of just see it waiting. And it's kind of crouched down. Cesare.
Cesare
So-
is gonna do like a little bit of a flourish here and like some spinning behind the back shit while he's saying, "What the fuck do you know about my sister?" With a boom.
Yeah!
Wow, that is impressive. A 26 critical for 14 and a 23 for 11.
He's gonna spit in his eye as a free action.
It wasn't really prepared as it was kind of smiling, and you see it right as you say that, kind of turning, and you can see a beard growing on this thing as it starts to shift into none other than the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Ooh.
For a moment, and reacting furiously, you strike this thing right through the throat. Halfway through, it's shifting from this red-headed Fletcher into the Dread Pirate Roberts, and as it lays down on the ground, you pull your sword out. You can see this thing turning into like a grayish-blue, bald, lanky, hideous, yellow-eyed figure. Immediately, the other thing lashes out over at you, Rivermeyer. Almost like it was waiting, and upon seeing its compatriot go down, it lashes out at you twice. I have a 21 for 8 and an 18 for 5.
They both hit. So I'm gonna take 4 and 5.
Okay. It's your turn.
I'm going to exactly hold trigger for Cesare to close in, and we're gonna kind of like make a duo attack.
Hells yeah.
Cesare?
Cesare does that, and he does one of these things where it's like he sort of roll. I assume Rivermeyer sort of hunches down. Rivermeyer, or whatever my name is, Cesare rolls over his back and just jabs forward with his rapier right into the thing's eye. Which
Give it to me. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me? Wow! That is incredible. A 20 for 11 and a 26 for 13. Rivermeyer, you can make your attack as well.
Yep, I seen him go like that. I'm gonna follow through.
Oh my gosh!
Bardic inspiration! Bardic inspiration!
Yeah, I'll Bardic Inspiration my Kraken.
Stop. You don't have to, because Cesare did way more than enough damage to kill this thing. I was just going to give you some flavor, and then you rolled double ones. So absolutely, as you go low, this thing steps back, but you knew that you baited it just in time as Cesare comes spinning back around over the top with his rapier, jabbing it once in the chest, it reeling back in, it runs it through, right through its head, and the same thing happens as it and slides off of your rapier, dead, turning from this manly figure into a bluish-gray creature. Now, at the same time, Han and Malachi, you guys are trying to go pick up your cloak. So you hear a familiar voice. Oh, he's back, mother. Look, he's back. Oh, look at those broad shoulders. Yes, well, I am a miracle worker. You should see what I've done with this thing. It is fabulous. But tell me, you are not going to let him wear it. I can smell him coming every time he steps into the square.
He's going straight to the bathhouse after this.
Oh, good, because he needs it. I would use fire. Ugh. Anyways.
I look at Malachi and shout, Ignis!
Does he actually light? Is he actually lighting you on fire?
Bran, I want you to be very careful with what you say. Are you actually doing this on him or near him?
I do it at his feet.
Immediately at your feet, you just see, whoosh. It doesn't go up terribly far, only about 1.5 feet off the ground. But there is black smoke rising above your feet, and you can smell the burnt grass underneath of you.
Malachi just like stands there for a second, kind of looking at Bran, and then just says, "Fuck you," and turns and walks away.
Oh! I am
And
so
then I
sorry.
shout, the Voss to extinguish the flame.
I was kidding with the fire. And he goes and he brings out the cloak and he kind of holds it up. And you can kind of see him kind of like doing this behind us. Ooh, look at it. It is just magnificent, isn't it? I am a miracle worker. Shh, mother. Not now. Anyways, turn around. I'll put it on. I'll put it on, yes.
I put on the cloak. I do a spin.
Oh, yes. Oh, you are marvelous, my man. Marvelous. Oh, yes, well, I think that'll be about, I don't know, what do you say is fair? 12 gold pieces?
Yeah, that seems fair for this work, and I hand him 12 pieces.
Thank you, yes. Be sure to tell people you got it at Brendels. It is until you ruin it again, then tell them it's somewhere else that's not me. Yes, well, ta-ta! Fine clothing, you, my man, you! And you can kind of hear him go running off and trying to bring more people in. You look up in time to see Malachi, who's at this point about 100 yards away, kind of storming off back towards the tower, I guess. Are you doing any?
I restock my javelins too.
You're gonna stop and shop at this point?
I just restock my javelins and then try to catch up with Malachi.
Malachi, what are you doing after having this this rather nasty little taunt from your buddy here?
Yeah, he has no interest in Brain catching up to him, but he's going to see if he can go do a little bit of potion shopping. He was actually hoping to find something, like maybe a couple more potions of healing, maybe like a potion of like etherealness, kind of anything, any sort of cool potions that might be.
As you are
available.
walking through the square of Everland, you hear a little boy hollering out at you. You, sir. You look like an adventuring type. Fancy
What's it
a potion? And he holds up a bottle. We've got more down in the shop.
Well, what's this potion do?
Oh, this one?
Yes,
Well,
tell me your potions.
oh, yes, well, this one's just a bit of healing potions, but we do have many more down at the shop here. And he's kind of pointing down into a little alleyway that has a couple of banners up that you can see some shops are in.
All right, boy, show me.
Oh, yes, perfect. And he goes walking off. And you follow him down into the alleyway, and as you kind of get all the way down, you're passing through the buildings, and there's some like, it's hard to describe. They have some like kind of banisters up where they have two poles and they have just a little bit of a tent over kind of like a big window. And you notice that the buildings aren't very deep as you kind of walk through them. And nobody there is really like calling out or selling. The two shopkeepers that you pass are both kind of just sitting at the window like this, one smoking a long pipe. And the last two windows through this alleyway actually don't have shopkeepers in them at all, but rather a couple of women who seem to be selling their street goods, if you understand my drift. And the alley continues down and is going to turn up ahead. It's just a little bit further. And he's kind of walking along.
Like, all right, boy, but don't take too long.
And so as you follow him, and I assume you follow him around the corner.
Yeah.
As you turn the corner, the boy turns to you and he says, "It's right here." And he lashes back up at you and tries to punch you dead in the face. And this boy is about 12 years old, so you don't have your weapon drawn at this point. But
Man, Everland, bunch of douchebags.
I have a 14 for 5. What's your AC?
It's 16 with my shield, but I don't know that I would be like...
You don't have your shield up at
carrying
this
my
point.
shield up, so yeah, then that'll hit me.
Okay, so it's not for 5. It is for 15 damage. So I have a 14 for 15. As this boy hits you in the face with a fury, and you are stunned. Because being a dwarf, you're pretty close to his height, but the power behind this strike is shocking.
What a dick.
And you stumble back to the ground, and do me a favor.
All right.
Come on. If you'd be so kind as to roll me initiative, sir.
I will happily roll you initiative.
That's pretty much what Daniel said.
I'm going to kill everyone.
Advantage.
I don't see your initiative working. Why is your initiative not working?
Oh, because I didn't click my token first.
Okay, so 12 on the on your thing whenever you get it in there. Doesn't matter, you're going first.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna lightning bolt him to the face.
Little kid.
He just punched me, and I'm lightning bolting him to the face.
Malachi, you kind of stumble back. And how would you like to respond?
I just blast him. I'm already like super pissed off that Bran did that fire bullshit to me. So I mean, I'm just in no mood for any kind of like talking down the situation. Like, this guy got me on a bad day. He's getting lightning. And I expect him. I pretty much expected to knock him down, if not kill him outright. But
All right, 1 second.
Beyond caring.
You do not knock him down. In fact, with an unnatural speed, you see this thing's eyes get really big from this dirty little boy, and it rolls down to the side. It gets up from your lightning bolt that is blasted down this short little alleyway into the wall, just sparks up against the back wall, and this thing gets up, and you can kind of see it looking down at its shoulder, which is kind of smoldering, and the little boy smiles and says, "I'm gonna burn you to a crisp." And you see him come slashing back in again with his fists. I have a 10 for 9 and a 19 for 7.
19 will hit.
Hey, you guys remember how Malachi is chaotic evil?
He hasn't really been a chaotic evil character lately, though. I would say he's probably really more chaotic neutral.
You just shot a kid.
A kid who jacked me harder than Bran's hit me before when Bran and I got into a tussle. I mean, if a kid can do that, he's no, like, innocent little harmless human.
Go for it. What do you want to do, man? You're back up.
All right. Man, I was not expecting to be in this situation. I'm just going to hit him again. Like, I don't know what the hell you are, but eat this. That's a better roll.
Wow. I cannot believe that shit. You see this kid kind of get wide-eyed again, and as your lightning bolt, you just come in furiously. Boom! And this thunderous crackle cracks down this short hall, this short alleyway smashing through this boy. And as this boy gets struck by this bolt, he goes flying off of his feet, and he lands a few feet back, and he is smoldering on his chest. It is completely blackened to the point where you can actually see where the electricity ran up his veins, and they've actually left marks on the front of his face. And you kind of... The boy looks over at you. You can see it kind of close its eyes as it opens it back up. His eyes are yellow and no longer look like a human's. You see him stand to his feet, He looks up, and he jumps 8 feet in the air and grabs onto the roof and hoists himself up and disappears over the roof line. As you scan around, you see a few barrels at the back of the alleyway that you might be able to climb up. You're not certain.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Spider Climb on myself and then go after him.
Okay, go for it.
Damn, Reginald Val Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. You immediately react, pulling on the weave, or pulling on the magics of the weave around you, and eventually you look down and you can actually see little hairs on your skin and arms as you reach up and grab onto the wall and pull yourself up again. As you break,
Come back here, you piece of shit.
as you break over the line, the ceiling, you don't see a boy running, but in fact you see a young woman sprinting away from you along the rooftops. And as you see it get to another roof, you see it kind of jump over, and it turns and rolls and looks back up at you.
Still
And
has
it
yellow eyes?
continues. It still has yellow eyes.
Alright, how far away is it?
You can jump to the next roof. You'll need to make an athletics check.
Not a strong suit, but yeah, I'm pissed. I'm going after him. So,
And you
hauling
call
ass
me a
after the
murderer,
thing?
so,
That thing just tried to murder the shit out of me.
Yeah, this is also
That's
what the-
pretty...
Oh God! A natural 1. So feeling way too fucking confident after realizing that you can use spider climb and get up on the top of the roof, and being blinded by your fury, you go running after the young girl, and as you go to leap, you realize that you are in way over your fucking head as you go leaping off towards the next roof, and you are not even close. You go crashing down into a group of people underneath of you, whoosh, really hard, and you look up in time to see a guard walking over to your direction.
Do I land on anybody, or do I just like?
Oh yeah, you landed on some people for sure.
Like,
they-
how badly messed up are they?
They just had a dwarf drop in on them, but they're kind of getting up and dusting themselves off. What the bloody hell was that? Did you just jump off the fucking roof?
I didn't jump off of anything.
What's going on over here? What's going on? As the guard kind of comes up. What's all the ruckus about?
Creature? There's a goddamn creature. It attacked me.
A bit early to be in the drink, isn't it?
Hey, I may have had a couple of drinks, but that has no bearing on my story. There was a goddamn creature. It punched me harder than my barbarian friend.
At this point, your barbarian friend has just finished up shopping, and Bran, you look over to see a bunch of people kind of gathering and getting loud, and in between kind of the bodies, you can see and hear, obviously, your very loud dwarven friend arguing with a guard.
There he is. Fuck you, Bran.
I love you too, man.
Look, we'll have no trouble making around here, okay? Take it to an inn. Sleep it off. And he kind of reaches down to pull you up. Now off with you.
I sort of look at him and kind of ponder for a sec, and then shake my head and be like,
I asked the
"Goddamn, God,
guard,
can't
where's
keep
the nearest
citizens safe."
bathhouse?
The nearest bathhouse. I can do that. Give me just a heartbeat.
There's no way. There's
damn fine
absolutely
idea,
no way.
son.
This is perfect. You'll want the Leering Pegasus. It's down 3 blocks in on the left. It's
best name.
got a big winged horse on the front.
I'll keep the water warm with this new artifact, Malachi. Come on.
Maybe you can use the water to wash that bullshit out of your mouth. I stomp back towards the inn.
Stop! Cesare! Rivermeyer! You look down and you see these two lanky blue figures lying dead at your feet.
I cut off one's head. And I stick him in the bag of holding with the Hydra head.
Cesare gives out like a wolf howl, like "Ow!" while thrusting at the same time. He feels like a fucking badass right now.
Cesare, that was, good job.
Goddamn right it was a good job. That was fucking awesome. And
But
then
I want to say, you did see my shot on the coin, right?
that was an amazing goddamn shot, and you earned all the gold on these. On what the hell are these anyway?
It seems they changed shape. They took the appearance of the men, but now look like. I'm not sure.
Well, let's get to searching. And I search him, and I check out that one guy's sword.
Yeah,
that
I
he's
also
offering
go to
us.
the store, cause we're behind a store, right?
When you walk into the Fletcher's shop, and I say shop loosely, it's just kind of a small wood building here. Immediately, you walk in to see the counter, and you can see pooling from around the counter a little bit of blood. As you shift over, you see the blood kind of dripping in between the cracks in the wooden floor down to the mud underneath the shop. And there's the Fletcher.
Cesare, grab all the arrows. I want all of them. We can take them back. The bags. We have 2 of them. Let's take all the arrows, and then I'll go get the guards for the men.
Yeah, no. 10 steps ahead of you, buddy, as he's shoving arrows into his bag of holding. As we
Fucking D&D players.
Cody, as we loot this place, and I peel the wedding ring off the Fletcher's dead hands. Can I do like a nature to see if I can figure out what these changelings are? Holy shit.
You know what? Dude, your rolls are insane. Like, I gotta make sure that you're actually rolling. Like, dude, okay. The way that Roll20 works, as good of a time as you're having, somebody is not having a good fucking time tonight. They're getting just 1s and 2s all fucking night.
That was on Monday.
Like apparently everybody else who's playing right now, Malik.
You know what? You recall a song. There was a song. Something, something, beware of strangers. The blue-skinned and yellow-eyed doppelgangers.
They're doppelgangers. These are blue with the blue and the yellow. Man, it is a good thing that you cut off that thing's head, because we get to show this to some of those magic guys. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's go get them. They're doppelgangers. They're impersonating people. They clearly killed this guy. I think we need to go back to the Wet Spire, or whatever it's called, the Moongleam Tower, and find out what the wizards have to say.
Yes, but first, I want to make sure the guards know that this man's dead.
Also, that it was not our fault.
Yes, I will definitely be dragging the dead body with me, too.
It's fine. Just burn it down. Just burn the whole town down.
I will. I literally grab the monster's body, and I start dragging it with me. I'm not kidding. To the guard, because I'm not letting anything move this body.
The headless one, or the one with the head still on it?
That is metagamey as fuck. He's like, I've seen this movie before. That is not happening.
To the guard. No, the one with the head.
By the time
If the one without the head's missing, I've got its head. It can't see.
By the time you get out in front of the shop, it doesn't take you very long before people are pointing and staring, and a few guards run over. What the hell is that thing?
We don't know. It's some kind of magical creature. It is evil. It killed the Fletcher. We must rally the guards. I don't know. You're the guards. You tell me what we must do.
And you hear him, you see him kind of pull out a bell. Ding, 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 ding. And he starts ringing a really loud bell. Bran, Malachi, you guys can hear ding, 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 like ringing out kind of through the town. And a couple of callbacks for the guards going, hoo-ha! And they're kind of like calling out to each other. And you can literally hear them kind of spot checking each other. And they eventually converge on, and in no time, there is a large crowd gathered around you, Cesare and Rivermire.
I also show my emblem of the Harpers, and I also get out the book that Heskin gave me that has that whatever faction thing is. I'm letting them know, like, I'm not just some random dude who found a monster and a dead body. Okay, I've got some merit to my story.
And in no time, you guys have this large crowd beyond just the guards as people are pointing and whispering, and suddenly a large crackle happens, and you look over and see Crowen standing next to you. What is the meaning of all this? Oh, by the gods. It's a doppelganger.
Yes, we killed them. There's two. Here's the other one's head.
Yeah. I stabbed them both right through the head. It was really
It was a
pretty
marvelous
thrilling.
fight.
Tell me, what has happened? Where did you encounter these beasts? You're lucky to be alive.
Oh my god. Crowen,
I made this amazing shot.
it was an amazing shot.
It
You
was
should have seen it.
impeccable.
He's just
The most
like bouncing back and forth between you two as you're talking about the arrow shot that you made on the bet to the coin. And Malachi and Bran, are you guys gathering around as well with the rest of the crowd, or are y'all doing y'all's own thing? Are y'all still headed to the Leering Pegasus?
No, Malachi's never going to the Leering Pegasus. Malachi's going back to the bar. He's done with everything. He's pissed. He's just going to get blackout drunk and lock himself in his room.
Bran, you see Malachi kind of storming off, and you kind of have an option of either going with him and accompanying him, or gathering with the rest of the crowd.
I go with Malachi.
You follow along. So you guys just ignore everything that's going on, and even though everybody's like, oh, the bells and the alarms are going off through town, and you guys head back to the Moongleam Tower.
Well, I look back
about
and I'm
normal
like
at this point.
not today, Brian. Fuck off.
And so Crowen is kind of listening to you, Rivermire and Cesare, back and forth. Enough! I get it. There was a bet placed. Where did you encounter these beasts?
Crowen,
45 steps back there.
this is, oh my god, Crowen, this is, they wanted to get in to the Moongleam Tower. This is 100% Harper-related business.
That's actually very true.
By the gods, they could be inside now. I must go. And he steps back and he disappears with a quick, loud thwap kind of ringing through the air and a small blue burst, and he is gone.
Will that guy never let me finish a sentence?
I
One of these days.
don't think you will, Cesare. But you know what? I think that you could have made that shot as well. You've got the keen eye.
All right.
Continue like back and forth on the shot.
Nothing compared to you, my friend. It is those elven eyes.
It's not. I don't.
Enough!
I think
All
it's
right,
the bird.
disperse!
I think it
There's
is the
nothing to
killer
see
instinct.
here.
That is what it is. It
There's
is the
nothing
man
to
that
see
makes the
here.
boar, not the boar that makes
There's
man.
nothing to see here. And you can hear the guards kind of shooing everybody off and away. And one guard kind of walks over to you, an older man with a short gray beard that is very clean and like cleanly cut and shaved into a nice fine lines. You can tell that he's kind of carries himself very well. All right. We'll be taking care of this. We'll get the word out. People need to be careful. Are there any more?
I don't know if there are any more, but I do know that it knew things about us, things that it possibly couldn't have.
My God, it mentioned my sister.
That's right.
It started to turn into... nobody, don't worry about it. It's
Yes. Who was that?
Don't worry. You know what? Don't even. It knew things. The elf is correct. Everyone must be on their guard. We don't know how many more there could be or why they were targeting us, but they are clearly up to no good. We must burn the bodies. Yes?
Another guard comes back from behind you guys.
Well, no, obviously that is yours.
Captain, Jacob's gone. Had his throat cut from side to side.
Find him. He's going to look exactly like him, and then kill him.
It's a doppelganger. You must take the head.
They take whatever form they just killed.
You must take a stake through its heart. Burn it.
Because he looks like the Fletcher, and the Fletcher's dead.
All right, pass along word. If anyone sees Jacob, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. Kill him. Got it, Captain. Got it. All right, you heard him. And you can see the other guards kind of go into action. They're giving nods. Two other guards come up. They take the body. They kind of are afraid to touch it at first. Kind of realize it's not going to burn them or do anything weird.
I kind of just like help them pick it up at this point because I've already dragged it all the way.
Cesare goes over to the captain and puts his hand on his shoulder. Jacobs is already dead. You have done what you must do. My friend and I shall help you if there is more killing that needs to be done this day.
Oh yes, yes. And then you see the all too yeah, you know it. Snap, snap, snap.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Wants me to kill somebody, I can do that for you.
We are in the zone right now.
Right. Well, let's just pray that, no offense, this is Harper related, and they won't be causing any more trouble around here.
Does this kind of thing happen a lot?
No. No, it doesn't. Stiggins. And he holds his hand out.
I'm gonna insight this guy. Because, I legit don't know who he is.
How to get your players to never trust another NPC. Step 1, introduce them to an NPC. Step 2, have that NPC attack them. Step 3, also have that NPC be a shape changer. All trust has forever been broken for your players. Insight 14. You can't really get a good read on the guy. You think he's telling the truth? You think? Maybe. Could be.
Captain. And I shake his hand. The name's Brevermeyer, and again, if you need somebody dead, I'm your guy.
Indeed.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, put an arrow to a squirrel's eye at 20 paces. I am Cesare. We are at your service.
You hear another loud ding go up. Excuse me. And he kind of goes tearing off.
Yeah, I go tearing off with him.
You kind of weave around the corner, and in the back you find another building, and there's another dead human male laying at the feet with 2 guards standing over it. And it looks just like the other guy that had attacked you along with the Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
Also has been slashed from side to side.
Stevens, is that Jacobs?
No, Jacobs was the Fletcher.
Oh.
Then that means there's at least 3. The 2 we killed, because this man here and the one earlier, the Fletcher, were the 2 that we encountered. Your
Indeed.
Jacobs is the 3rd.
No, Jacobs is the Fletcher.
Wait, Jacobs is the Fletcher.
I don't understand the confusion.
I thought he was one of your gods.
No, he's the Fletcher.
Very well.
All right.
Then
Then those are the 2 that we found.
Seems like we've killed them all then.
So does that mean we don't need to be on the lookout for Jacobs?
Correct. Since yes.
Okay then.
And I call over to another guard, and I'm like, so Jacobs is the Fletcher, yes?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Why the pause?
'Cause you met him?
No, we didn't meet him. We met the doppelganger.
Okay then.
Didn't we sell you Cahunia?
Yeah, those were elves.
Oh,
Elves. I'm just gonna leave it alone, and then I'm gonna like lean into Chesred and be like, I think the gods might be from. Shall I kill them all?
As much fun as I believe that would be, I think perhaps we should find our companions before we take on any more of these things.
You have a wonderful sense of smell. I'm sure you could smell him. Let us track him that way. We're going to try and track Malachi through Chesed's sense of smell.
If we were talking about anyone else, I would take that as an insult. Unfortunately, I believe you are correct.
There is quite a few pungent odors about. You're not going to be able to track Malachi.
several
Can I ask?
trash heaps and dead rats and whatnot.
Let me
Yeah,
ask the.
it's a medieval fantasy city. This is
Somebody
there's
throws a chamber pot out their window.
yeah. There's some shit for you. And,
You, guard. Have you seen a malodorous, ill-tempered dwarf around, wielding a large
Smells like
flower?
your mother's asshole.
That is what malodorous means, my elven friend.
actually, Edquin said that a dwarf jumped off of a roof earlier. Edquin.
That would be him. That sounds like him, yes.
Yeah. Then you say you saw a dwarf jump off of a roof earlier. I did. I don't know what the hell he was, kind of a drink he had gotten into that early, but just clean off, right onto a group of passerbys.
But wait, what did he say before that?
I wasn't around. He just jumped off onto some people.
What did he tell
Malachi-
you was his reason?
Malachi can hold his alcohol far better than that. He was not drinking with us before.
Drinking.
There is no way he was that drunk by the time you saw him. Something else.
He said something about a little boy punching him in the face. And then this big half-orc showed up.
Bran.
That's Bran. That's
What was
Malachi.
this?
And they left back towards the tower.
Oh yes, and you remember the bell that just rang? Yes. And I pull out the head. These things are around. They turn into people that you've seen, and then they lure you and kill you. So, you probably believe his story now that he know that he's not drunk, and that you'll probably die tomorrow if you're not careful with who you trust. And I'm a total jerk to him, and I put my head back in the bag, and I go screaming off. I'm pissed.
He looks over his friend and is like,
Cesare shoulders past him and whispers in his ear, "Trust no one," and runs off after Rivermeyer.
I fucking love you guys. So, you guys head back to the Moongleam Tower, and at this point, what have Malachi and Bran been doing while this was going on, once you guys reached back to the tower?
I would have tried to get the the strongest liquor I could find, regardless of expense, and then I would, presuming this was in under an hour, I would have climbed somewhere where Bran couldn't get to me, but I could sort of like prop up on like a roof somewhere and then just get real drunk.
Bran, you see Malachi trying to get away from you, but he has short, stubby dwarven legs, and if you want to keep up with him, you probably can.
Well, he can turn into something flying and just fly away.
I
Also
keep up
true.
with him like an annoying brother. And just always stay with
Damn
him.
it, Bran! Said to leave me alone. Your fire and your bullshit.
This fire bullshit can come in handy.
Not when you throw it at me.
It didn't burn you too bad, did it?
Eat a bag of dicks.
Maybe later.
Inspiration.
I'm going to give inspiration to all four of you motherfuckers because y'all have been in character all night, and I've really enjoyed it. So, at this point, you guys, Cesare and Rivermeyer, have made it back to the Moongleam Tower, and you see a couple of guards, extra guards, standing out front, and they are attentive, and they are in full dress, and they are eyeing you kind of as you come up.
As I walk
And-
past them, I just kind of go,
Oh, there's not walking past them. As you approach, they hold their spears down to you.
Yes, it is a state of emergency. We are the ones who raised the emergency. Mirabar, show them our badge.
I show them our badge and I pull out the head. See, we killed one.
Take this. And he holds out a small vial. Drink it.
And what is this?
And the other guard holds it to you. He said, take this and drink it.
Does
Well,
do they have like Harper emblems on them at all?
Oh, yeah, they're in full Harper dress.
Okay,
Oh,
well, no.
yeah.
To me, it just kind of sounded like, I know, like you said guards, but I mean,
No.
was thinking
Not
city guards.
not city guards. These are Harpers.
Oh, well then I have no qualms with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drink it.
Glug. Yeah. Ditto.
Wait, because a doppelganger can't take over a Harper?
Not that, but I trust guys who know magic.
That is the
more than I
best way to
trust
kill
guys
your
who-
fucking players of all time ever.
Yeah, you both just drank massive
This is
poison doses.
No.
Immunity to poison for being
You
a
see
dragon.
them. You see
I'm
them.
pretty sure he would know if it was poison.
Sorry about that.
He didn't check it, he just drank it.
Our apologies. And they. And the door
Yes,
opens
I can
up.
make noises too.
The door opens up, and there is
There's
3
some
more
coming.
people inside, kind of standing guard and kind of looking into as you guys come in.
Hey, what was that, by the way?
And from the stairwell, a special concoction that I have made up. It would be rather nasty if you were a doppelganger. Of course, if you were a doppelganger, you would be able to read our thoughts and would not have taken the potion.
But then why didn't you just fill it with water? This is a logical fallacy.
I don't understand how you mean. The concoction is quite real.
No, I think what he means, Crowen, is that it's kind of dumb for you to make something that could kill one, but if it could read your minds and would not take it.
Yes, but then if it would not take it, we would know who it is.
Not necessarily. What if me or Cesare completely refused? I understand.
If you had refused, then you probably would have been run through.
Right,
Can we just,
right.
Let's
And then
just
you would
assume that we
put
get into
your
a big
only
argument,
hope-
Crowen.
You would put your only hope at finding out what's completely wrong with the giants.
Are you telling me that this is the
Use a little
only
bit more intelligence
way
with this.
that you have figured out to determine who are the doppelgangers? What if all the guards were doppelgangers?
The guards couldn't have been doppelgangers. We put them on guard after the same test that they were asked to give.
But what if you are a doppelganger, huh?
This bores me.
It's not that, Crowen. It's just that you must understand. If someone refuses, it not automatically mean that they are a doppelganger. Just remember that moving forward.
I don't have time for you to be giving me lessons on this. Do you understand me?
Yes,
This is
I
a state of emergency, and I
saying
won't
that
put up
you
with
have
it
to
here in the tower.
And that we have to go fight the giants for you.
Do you not
find
remember
out
when we were just
no
almost killed by
explanation.
doppelgangers?
And he's gone.
I hate it when he does that.
You know, if he would just talk to us, like, I think we'd really see it through.
We were being very civilized right there. We were being patient. We were giving him time to talk. Let us go share a wineskin in our room.
Absolutely. I think we deserve it after, almost dying.
Agreed. So we go up to our room. I assume.
As you guys get ready to head up the stairs, one of the guys hollers up. Your friends have climbed to the top of the tower. The dwarf one that, frankly, needs a bath seemed rather upset.
He's probably in one of his moody, his people died, I hate everybody moods.
Yes. Good man, would you be able to send up a basin full of warm water?
And
I am not
do
a
you have
maid.
Do you have anybody to do, maybe just not to necessarily have to completely physically walk up there and tell them, but just let them know somehow that we're home?
You have a service staff, yes? I'm not saying you need to do it personally, but I knew here, I don't know, is there a bellhop or someone I can talk to?
You see him turn over to the other guy and go, I understand why Crowen doesn't like these two. and he turns and kind of walks off.
Rude these wizards are.
You know, I'm beginning to think that we made the wrong alliance.
Agreed, we should go back to the dragon.
So, at this point, Bran and Malachi, you're drunk on top of the roof, or up towards the top of the tower. And Bran, you're just hanging out with them, I guess, poking the bear, if you will.
We're getting drunk.
Not that he is physically a bear, although he could be. So what would you guys like to do at this point? You guys have all made it back to the tower. You've all done your shopping. You've all stocked up. And you, at this point, it's getting probably about mid-afternoon.
Did Malachi buy any potions?
No, I got assaulted first.
If it's mid-afternoon, I'm really gonna go get a guard, or I'm not gonna get a guard. You know who I walk to? I walk to the guy who can take care of the teleportation bullcrap that got his book had a page ripped out of it. Going to that guy. I can't remember his name.
Okay, so you head down towards the teleportation circle. Why can I not see these?
Excuse me. It's midday and we must get back to where we came from. Can you possibly send a message to our friends at the top of your tower to come down? We must go back to Mirabar.
Yes, well, yeah, I have ability to cast message. Yes, I could do that.
I asked Crowen, but he got extremely upset with me.
He's been in a pretty terrible mood. I've had to hide my book from him. Yes, what would you like to say?
Just that, we, would finish with our activities and that the ship awaits us in Mirabar.
Yes, just a moment. And you can hear in your heads the message. Hello, it's Revel. I have, I'm sorry, he kind of scares me a little. Your elfish friend with the heavily cloaked elvish friend says that you should come down from the tower. You have things to do, I believe. Yes, message, the message has been sent. And he just stares at you.
Here, and I hand him 10 gold.
Thank you!
Wait, is that a lot?
No?
No, I will not take it back. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'll pay you an extra 5 if you, give me your old book.
He hands back over the gold. I knew it was too good to be true.
No, I'm kidding. Take it off. And I give him 15.
Thank you. Yes, I'll be ready to take you wherever you would like to go. When your friends get here, I imagine. And you see him kind of look in his bag. He sees the book, and he tucks it back in while he makes eye contact with you, and he kind of like tucks it in between his arm. And he kind of watches you as he gets ready to leave the room, protecting his book.
I strictly don't like move my body. I just kind of like move my eyes and follow.
Bran,
okay, so...
Malachi, you guys hear this message.
Wait,
So what do you guys
we
want to
both
do?
got it?
Yeah, absolutely. You both got it.
Alright, I just look at Bran. I'm still not speaking to him. And I turn into a Tressum and like try and like proudly walk to the edge so I can jump off and fly down. But I'm probably pretty hammered even as a cat, so imagine I'm stumbling. And I just jump off the edge and try and fly to the ground level.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Don't jump, Malachi!
Cat just whips its tail at you. If it could, do a little one claw deal, then it would, but it can't.
Come on, man, just make me a 9. And you smash into the ground, and immediately, as you're back in your human or your dwarven form, right in front of the 2 guards, and they just point their spears down at you. They hold out a vial and they say, "Drink this."
This fucking day. And I just lie there and stop moving.
I told you not to jump.
All right, so do you guys eventually make your way over to Rivermire at the circle?
If
Yeah, I
somebody
climbed
comes
down.
to get me, then I will. Otherwise, I'm just gonna lie there in a snit.
So you guys make it over to Rivermire. You have some guards come and grab you and drag you up a little bit and get you inside, and you find Rivermire just standing there, eyeing Revel without saying anything. After you guys walk through the kind of Wait, what am I looking for? Hallucinatory wall into the secret room, and it's just the circle on the floor behind Rivermire, and he's just staring at Revel, who is sitting in the corner holding his book to his chest, watching Rivermire and just quietly tapping his feet.
I want to sidle over to Revel and just sort of like whisper in his ear, "I think he likes you." Then go back to the circle.
I would have stopped
That's
by the
nice.
stocks and gotten more booze. And I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm just getting drunk, real drunk.
And so you guys eventually make it over to him, and you guys are all standing in the teleportation room. What do you guys want to do?
Cesare, Bren, I don't even address Malachi, seeing that he's not gonna remember a word I say. I think it's time we head back to Mirabar and back to our ship, maybe back to the Oracle.
Agreed. Fuck these guys and fuck wizards.
The Harpers have surely shown us the amount of respect we don't deserve.
Yeah, the Harpers are fine. Fuck wizards. Let's get out of here. Not you, Revel. You're a cool guy. We all like
Yeah,
you.
I like you. I really do. Now, please send us away.
Present company excluded.
He kind of steps up, puts his book very gently down on his chair, eyes it one more time as he kind of approaches over, comes up, grasps your hand, and eventually you can hear his chant, and you start feeling light again, light and airy, and eventually,
That's what
And in our place is sitting a pretty nice bottle of wine, because Cesare is kind of figuring out how teleportation works. With a nice handwritten note on it.
and you eventually find yourselves back at the hidden stable room in Mirabar, and again you look over and see a big bale of hay being pulled out of the way, and dressed in overalls is your friend Zazbar Bronzefire. You're back, I see. Only a day in Everland. How's the weather?
It's terrible. There's these, what were they called again, Cesare?
Doppelgangers.
A doppelganger, you say? Ha ha! I haven't seen one of them sons of bitches in, well, a few decades.
I pull out the head. This one we killed.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. A doppelganger. You say they were in Everland?
Yes,
Indeed.
more than one for sure.
Well, I'm sure news will be spreading around soon. We'll let the others know to be on the lookout.
Have you seen any, strange things happening? Any more news about the giants or anything flying overhead?
No, all hell's broken loose. The damned giants. Ugh. It seems like every day they're getting worse. Hopefully soon something can be done about it. Otherwise, I'm afraid good people will be hurt.
Bronzefire, I just want to warn you that I think your days of being a stable hand might be coming to an end.
Well, this circuit doesn't end for me for another 8 or 9, 10 days.
I understand. Not really. I don't understand magic at all. But I hope that it works out for you. And if you must go to the front lines, I hope you kill every last one of them.
I'll do what I can. If I could get this damned straw out of my beard. He's kind of picking at it.
Him. I don't even try to help him.
And he's putting the Bay of Hail back in place. And so you guys find yourselves with the cool air of kind of a little bit further north here in Mirabar.
I definitely like relax a little bit as I walk. I was more tenser in Everland. I'm definitely like more relaxed walking here. I don't feel like I have to watch my shoulder 24/7 now.
What would you guys like to do? You have a dwarven, or not a dwarven, you have an airship that's probably a few hours away that you could get to by nightfall, if it is there, in fact. You also have some horses nearby. The first relic that you had retrieved is sitting on your airship, and Harshnag is back at the Eye of the Allfather.
Malik,
Supposedly.
Malik, please don't fall. We'll take the horses to the ship. Right? Yes?
The horses probably won't fit on the ship.
I want to take them and then just let them go.
It seems like a waste of good horse flesh. Let us simply walk there, my friend.
Do you think Malachi can walk?
I think Brian can carry him.
But wouldn't that make Brian's journey harder?
Malachi,
I
if you
pick up
turn...
Malachi.
He what?
I pick up Malachi.
You reach over to kind of keep him aloft.
Malachi does not allow. He resists that.
You don't resist it very well. You are so drunk that you just plummeted off of a tower. And if your magics had not saved you, you probably would have died.
If you turn yourself into a mouse, you can have this entire skin of wine.
Wait, so am I like over Brand's shoulder?
No. At this point, he's got you nearby, and he's kind of got you underneath of each of your armpits, kind of trying to keep you up. Also, Brand, the odor is incredible. You might have to make a Constitution saving throw. We're not sure yet.
Malachi, do as Cesare said. Do as Cesare said. Turn yourself into a mouse.
Also, as you look over, you two, this is the first time you're really getting a chance to kind of see what Brand has done, and his cloak looks impeccable. From the tattered, dirty, bloody, torn up shreds that it was kind of in at the moment, it now has small streaks of kind of gold and purple patchwork done through it to really give it this really elaborate, layered, beautiful look.
I like your coat of many colors.
You look phenomenal, my friend.
I will say, I did hide the beast, though.
But no beast would look that fantastic.
No. You look good.
Clearly the work
You
of an
look
artist.
like you could kill anything. In that.
You look like you.
I do a spin.
You
Am I
look like
still in your
you.
arms as you do that?
Yeah, you're holding Malachi as you do your quick little spin. Malachi, you are not feeling very good at this point.
I would like to
Malachi!
intentionally vomit on his cloak.
You don't feel well and you go to vomit, but unfortunately for you, Malachi, Bran is like, oh no you don't, and he kind of quickly just steps back, and you kind of stumble down a little bit as you get sick.
Malachi, turn yourself into a mouse.
You can have this whole skin of wine. Think how long it will last you as a little mouse.
I'll just turn myself into a flying snake and curl up.
So, flying snake is at your feet, all curled up.
That worked too, I suppose.
I don't pick it up.
All right, guys, what are we doing here?
We're gonna carry Malachi to the airship. That's the only way we could do it.
Okay. So, you guys pick up the snake in the form of Malachi, and you head back towards the direction of the ship. After a couple hours go by, you see, without a doubt, your ship circling up ahead and above. You see the big red balloon in the distance, and as you close in on it, you can see it shift from kind of hovering above the wooded area to hovering directly over the path where it's kind of coming in to meet you guys. And eventually, a rope ladder gets let down to you, and you guys ascend to your airship. How was your journey, my lords?
I let Cesare talk because I hate these people tremendously.
Oh, come on. Lars.
Rivermeyer really feels like they're doing all this so that we will become indentured servants to their master. So he really hates these people.
Cesare feels that Rivermeyer needs to learn about diplomacy and manipulating dumb people. Last, Trout, Prasik, Nisros, Delsafin, looking good, my friend. Orescos, you pulled those lines. Perella, how is your sister? Good, I'm glad to hear it. Zaltia, stunning as always. Thank you for greeting me here, my fine crew. We had a very successful trip, and we are ready to continue our adventures. Now, please return us to the place where you picked us up. The very first time where we first met. You remember this place, yes?
Yes, of course.
Very well. Please, onwards. Let us waste no more time. Also, is there a place where we can wash this stinky snake?
Not necessarily on the ship, but we do have some water skins down below that you could gather and maybe give it a bath if you'd like.
I wonder what would happen if we simply washed it in wine. Would it get more drunk? Would it die? Or would it smell of the vintage roses that are the beautiful fermented wines? Cesare's been drinking for a while, so
I am not familiar with care of snakes.
Oh,
But
no,
we
this is Malachi.
can. Oh yes, well,
Cody, I'm sorry, I have a real quick question on the game. Is the Eye of the Allfather the "You Are Here" X on the maps?
that was
on the burial grounds.
I believe so. Yes,
Okay, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get a picture.
because he gave that to you guys. He gave that to you guys, right there.
At that area. Okay.
Yes, that's about half a day's journey or so. We could take you back if you'd like.
We
And-
won't be gone long after that. We'll surely need your assistance some more.
Okay. Not a problem. And should we leave now?
Indeed.
Please.
Very well. And so you see Lask start calling out directions, and next thing you know, the airship is moving and on its way back kind of to the northeast, back to the Eye of the Allfather. At this point, you guys can get a full rest if you'd like,
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
because I think you guys needed that.
Help. I needed help.
I wasn't that bad. I mean, I wasn't great. I wasn't that bad.
I got down to a little bit under half. Took some damage. If I would have I probably would have gone down had I not had uncanny dodge.
I would have healed you if that fight had gone on any longer.
Yeah.
So, you guys rest. You guys get a full night's rest. And in the wee hours of the morning, very early, right as dawn is kind of beginning to break, you guys make your way through Kedron Valley, and you find yourselves outside where you initially met this gift from your benefactor. And you look down to see the temple below.
We will literally be gone no more than 4 hours.
Very well. We have the capabilities of staying here. There is food, provisions, and warmth. We will be fine.
Speaking of that, is there an area that we must stop for you to get more provisions?
We have enough provisions to last us maybe another 3 months or so on board.
Wonderful. And Rivermeyer leaves. He's pretty short with these people. He wants to make sure that like them not having food isn't gonna screw him over. That's all he cares about.
You get back a response that the airship is well stocked.
Cesare goes up to Laz. Well, this has been a good journey thus far. Here's to luck. And I take a swig of wineskin and I offer it to him.
Yeah, I take a swig.
That's a brand to Laz.
Oh, I thought you said to me.
I'll give Bran his own wine.
Lan just kind of stands. Again, we don't partake in those festivities.
You are aboard a ship. It is bad luck not to partake. Please, just a sip.
Again, we don't partake in such activities.
Cesare doesn't press him, but files this piece of information away. Very well. We shall be back in approximately 4 hours. However, if we are late, please wait for us for at least a full day.
Make sure we have Malachi's coat, as I call down already at the snow.
Wait, what?
Do you mean...
I said make sure that we have your coat, because last time we had you were a snake.
Oh.
And you were very drunk. And it's very cold.
Well, we just had a long rest, right? So I think I would have reverted back to dwarf at some point.
Yes, Malachi, you don't remember having a hangover in years, but your head is pounding as you make your way down. You can kind of feel your head, how bad your hangover is from this particular stupor that you were in. And as you look down to the entrance of the temple, you can see into that long hallway, and again you hear a very familiar voice. Ah! Harshnag greets you, my friends. It is good to see such little folk return to the temple. And he kind of steps out. I have news for you of Oracle. Come inside where it is not as cold for you who are not used to such temperatures.
Oh, Cesare, we forgot the damn
the
piece of
thing.
equipment that we have to get. Can you help me?
Oh, yes, yes indeed. Laz!
The shield, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Release the item!
Yes, my lord. He disappears back over the top. A few minutes later, you can see the edge of this big metal circular disc that you were sent to retrieve. Gonna start to like lean over, and you can see it being.
Back.
And you guys realize that you're like looking up at this thing, and it's about to come crashing down on top of you guys, and eventually, and you see this disc fall. As it rings out through this valley all the way down, you can hear it. Whoosh.
A question.
And Laz looks back over. Will that be all, my lord?
That is all for now. Thank you, Laz.
This last guy is a
Does
smartass.
it start avalanches around us?
It does not.
Harshnag, I'm not trying to be mean here, but I need you to carry that.
Not a problem. Harshnag will be happy to carry the relic for you. No, this shield has seen better days, yes?
Yes.
And the straps have worn off. Pity. Hopefully Oracle will allow you to... How was it put? Prove yourselves. And he goes walking into the temple. You guys notice that when you enter into the temple, all of the bodies that had been left have been removed, and there are still exist the bloodstains on the stairwell leading up. But the main door that was kind of hard to budge when you guys first came here, has now been cleared away and is open into the main room with the large statue and the other statues around it in the gateway with the kind of wispy neon green kind of clouds forming at the bottom, emanating off of the base of this thing.
And I have had many answers given to me from Oracle. It appears that every day at sunrise, the torches will go back on. Also, I am
Yes.
pretty confident in working side the gate.
And you guys finish going into the room, and he sets down the shield.
After my many talks with Agron,
It appears that, and he walks over to the frost giant statue with the sword.
we need the weapon with the rune to open the doorway, corresponding with one of giant blood. Or at least in appearance of giant blood, which is why
And he looks over at Bran.
Bran was able to open the gateway originally.
Are you saying I'm not a giant?
He kind of bends down to get eye level with you.
No. Ha! But you are the best thing next to giant.
And he kind of slaps you down, or slaps you on the back.
It is good to see you, Bran.
Bran, I think that means that you're higher level than the hill giants are. On the order name.
Obviously.
And he holds up the sword.
As it is sunrise, I believe we could now enter. Do you wish to speak to the Oracle now?
He walks over, looks for his rune, puts the sword against it, and a thunderous crackle goes ripping through the temple again. And again, you guys find the gateway open.
I walked through it, knowing that he's gone through it multiple times, so I know that it doesn't just kill you now.
Yeah.
I don't like magic. Like, Rivermire really doesn't like it.
Cesare walks through after Rivermire.
Malachi is holding his head, but goes on through too.
And so you guys soon find yourselves back in front of the oracle room.
All right, the flames, they're relit. Any of them?
The lights that the torches are holding out are in fact relit. Give me just a moment here.
Gentlemen, before we continue, we should think about questions.
Yes.
Well, we
What is
mustn't.
Hexbalog's weakness?
He is a
Malachi,
fire.
as much as I was honestly looking forward to killing your fire giant for you, I think right now we need different answers.
Well, if we come up with 6 better questions, then all right.
There are quite a few more items out there, my friend. And besides, we already know he is a fire giant. His weaknesses are swords and arrows.
Yes,
I have
my
neither of
errors.
those.
Perhaps a very powerful mace that looks nothing like a flower to bash his head in.
Perhaps.
So, what do we kind of want to ask you guys?
For me, and I'm going to do this in character because, I think there's only really... For me, the question is that we need to understand how to get to the hall of the giant king. Yes? We know only that there is an item that will prove that we are worthy of this. Which item? And once we get there, what do we do? These are the only questions to me.
It's 2 of them. What's
Let's
else?
ask him if Laz is gay.
Brad, I don't... think that's a good enough question.
Also, it's pretty obvious that he is. We don't need to waste a question on that.
Should we ask about Groundhog?
Perhaps why these doppelgangers are after us now.
That is an excellent question. I was attacked by a doppelganger. What do you mean? Did you see doppelgangers too?
How
We
did
cut off their heads.
we kill them? Like, I'm sure you killed yours, yes?
It got away.
Well,
Oh.
I'm a little
I kind of
embarrassed
high
for
five
you.
Cesare at this point. Like, yeah, we actually killed ours.
Yeah.
Don't fucking start.
At this point, you see a wispy blue form rise up from the still frozen in the middle of the circle dead body. Friends, you have returned. Tell me, have you sought revenge? Have you injured my father?
Not yet. That's next on our list. We had to in order to know where he's at, we needed more questions answered. In order to do that, we had to prove ourselves and gain one of the relics. That is where we've been.
Will you ask about his location?
I surely will.
And he looks down, and I believe Cesare is wearing the breastplate. Am I correct?
Correct.
It is good to see It is good to see that there is still use of my breastplate. May it serve you better than it did me. And admittedly, I very much like the improvements you've made.
Why, thank you.
And he kind of grasps at his chest and looks down. Please, ask of my father. And he
Now,
disappears and wafts back.
And as he's doing that, I'm like, do you want us to kill him or just hurt him really bad? And I see that he's gone.
Right in front of you. I want you to kill him!
Yes, giants are evil. I remember now.
I'll walk into the circle and say, where will we find Blagathicus?
Yeah.
Blagathicus?
Black Gothicus.
Right, black, yes.
Yeah,
Black.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah. It's pretty funny. Bryson un Fonda Brekamonanda chosen for the Mandine.
It asks, have you come to prove yourself with the given quest?
Yes, we have come to do that thing.
We have already done so. See? See?
I would place it in the middle of circle. Give me a moment.
No. At this point, you hear back in a common tongue. Travel west o'er mountains to the sea of moving ice. There among the glaciers you'll find Svalbard, the berg of the frost giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests on his icy throne.
And Blagathicus is there as well?
Brasingonda, Shinafonna, Parnast. It says his shadow falls on Parnast.
And one of the lights goes out.
Shadow falls on Parnast.
That's not where we were just told to go, right?
And it's also not the fire giant area. Which I remember where that was, obviously. He's at Slag, Iron Slag.
Yeah.
Should
What?
we find the names of the fire giant lords, the others?
Dude, we got a million more questions. We'll be fine. What is the evil that plagues the hall of the giant king?
Hold on 1 second here. I want to think exactly how I want to answer this. You hear back. Yermouth. Another light goes out.
I look at Hirschnag.
Do not look at me. I do not know of such a beast. Or place. Or giant. I have not heard such names.
Can
Very
you
well.
spell that for us, Cody?
I cannot spell that for you.
Okay, can you say it one more time then?
Yemmerth.
Yammer. Question mark. Okay.
I shall now ask him about more immediate dangers, the doppelgangers. Do you have any objections, my companions?
Where? And I'm outside of the ring, because right now I'm literally letting Cesare be the only one in there. Wouldn't a question for to be where the other gems are, like your icicle thing and Brand's shiny gem?
Oh, that is a very good question. Where can we find the other items of power, such as this? And I'm holding up the ice thing.
Brokandind. Ortfanamen. Inamasamo tant. It says, on the path, you will find these things. Look for opportunities, and they will present themselves.
I think she wants us to go get the conch now, and that on our way to the conch, kill everything around it.
I don't know about the kill everything part, but up to that point I am with you, my pointy, murderous friend. What evil?
Wait. What were you gonna step out of the circle for a second?
I step out of the circle.
I think we need to find out how much time we have, because we had a signal that we didn't necessarily have that much time left, and I think we should find out whether or not we have an opportunity to detour by Iron Slag, or if we need to go straight through.
Is this Malachi saying that or Chris?
I don't know. I'm kind of halfway in between them right now. I don't think Malachi would put it that way, but he would want to.
Malachi, the world is in peril. We will destroy your fire giant, but this seems to me very much tied with the more immediate danger and priority, which is finding the conch. We will kill the fire giant. Do not worry about this, my friend. But did you not hear the oracle when it told us to seek our opportunities? To me, I think.
Cesare,
Yes, River Matter.
ask it why no one else has gotten the conch yet. There's either something guarding it, killing people who try, or there's something wrong with it. There's magic involved that means something is bad.
Well, let's word our
Wait,
questions carefully. Maybe ask it, what's guarding? the
Wait, hold on.
the
He
measurement.
told us the conch is at the throne of Svardbarg, the frost giant Jarl. I
Right,
presume
but that doesn't mean that the
Svardborg
Jarl
is
has it.
protecting it.
That doesn't
Well,
necessarily
we
mean that
know
the
that
Jarl
the
has it.
giant lords are arrayed against us.
The giant lords are there for themselves, not necessarily for against us. They're there
Right.
to
They're at odds with
fix
our
their
purpose.
place in the ordering.
Perhaps a question phrased, what danger will we face in seeking the conch?
That seems fair enough.
So we're gonna ask them that and about the doppelgangers, or should we use a question about Cloth and whether we can trust him?
Malachi, I have a feeling that that question might reveal information about all of these things, or I have a hope at least.
I fear he'll just answer tremendous evil, and that's all we'll get.
That would be very
And
frustrating.
And if that's all
You're
that we
correct.
get, we'll go get another relic and then come back and ask it 6 more questions.
But we do not.
I'm not
know-
worried about the amount of questions. I'm worried about the amount of detail. I'm not walking into a trap. I've lived far too long and killed far too many souls.
My small friends, please, there is information last time about Hecaton missing. What will we do to find Hecaton? Perhaps could be an opportunity.
Hecaton.
Before we
That's
see
the other giant.
the horn.
That is the giant king, is it not?
It is.
But isn't the conch supposed to lead us to him?
I thought there were many conches.
There's more
Conch will
than
take
one.
us to his court.
That was my impression.
Indeed, mine as well.
We should
her
ask
if
about
there's
Igron's
any
father.
other... We did. His shadow was last seen or fell upon something or another on some
Arnest.
the paw nest. Cesare, might you ask it that there might be an easier mark for us to get? A different conch that doesn't lie with a frost giant? One that
Perhaps one
maybe...
with Hexmalog.
There. Maybe one that suits both of us.
Very well. I shall ask.
If it's the only one.
If he asks if it's the only one, he could just say no.
Correct. Very well. Here is the question I shall ask. Is there a path that will take us to the conch through Hexmalog? Does this satisfy you, Malachi?
Depending on how the Oracle chooses to answer, but I think so.
Perhaps tell us a path that will take us to the conch through Hexmalog?
Yes, but that also doesn't answer my question. My question is, are there more, and can we get to them easier than going through a giant that's surrounded by more giants?
I want to go through this giant.
What is the easiest way to the conch, perhaps? But that leaves a level of subjectivity as to what would be considered easy. I think perhaps this guarded approach to our questioning is causing more problems for us than it is solving. I shall ask a question, yes?
Yes. As Rivermeyer said, we can always go get more relics.
Exactly, correct. Great Oracle. What danger follows us on our quest?
Breskin Tondomba, Gulshif Namasaminda, Brankamakunda, Bresin Hexmelog, Brasamukunda, Cloth. It says there are many evils following you. But your troubles should look at Cloth and this Hexmalog.
So it's saying Cloth is evil, and that we're in trouble using him. Yes, is that what I'm getting from it?
Well, he is
You see, Cesare, I had reason to fear him. Not to fear him.
Who
to
is
question
this
him.
cloth?
The dumb airship people.
No,
What?
okay.
Where did you get such a ship?
They came out of nowhere, and then we believed them. Why? I don't know.
Who is they?
Rivermeyer, we never believed
Followers
them.
of
It is
cloth.
simply a means to an end. We are using them, manipulating them. We are being cleverer than them.
Who is this
no
cloth?
such way to think that
He's
they're
an
not
evil red
manipulating
dragon.
us.
A red dragon. You have allied yourself with a dragon.
No.
Say it is not true, small
No,
folk.
no,
not
it
true.
is not
It's
true.
not
It is
true.
not true.
It's not true. I
Not
fight
true.
for the giants and your kind. I fight for the peace, the quality of life, everything that you believe in.
You can-
However, he decided, and they, and some of me, but not really because I've never trusted them, got manipulated, as Cesare's been saying.
Keep
using
your friends close and your enemies closer.
You guys look over and you can see Harshnag gripping his axe very tightly, and you can see his knuckles whitening.
Why
Yeah, I
would
said-
you align yourself with such evil?
You see me, literally, I'm taking out all my weapons and I'm setting them on the ground. Harshnag, look at me. And I sat down, Kahunir. I fight for you and your kind. I fight for the peace and the quality of life of my kind. Our world is in peril. But if we must use somebody and their power to get us to the answers for you, and that's what we will do.
And he turns and he buries his axe inside the mountain wall of this room here.
Never trust a dragon.
I don't trust him.
And he rips his
Nor
axe
do
down.
I hate them all. I want to kill them all, but they won't let me.
Get your answers.
He looks actually upset at this news.
I step into the circle and I ask, where's the closest dragon?
Oh, damn, dog.
In a probes.
Dude, I'm so gonna go kill a dragon to make Harshnag not hate me. It's not even funny.
You hear Granda. Harshnag stands up and he turns around and he looks back at the portal.
The oracle answered here.
I knew it, and I immediately grab all my weapons and I go, we're killing it. We're killing all of them. They're all dying, Cesare.
There's
Not
one light
of
left.
them would live.
I really don't want to fight a dragon,
I'm
Rivermeyer.
furious. Dude, I don't even hear you. I'm like Harshnag at this point.
This is a really, really, really bad idea. Oh my god, no my. So, Rivermeyer's about to die. We all understand this, yes?
Is that Phil talking or is that Cesare talking?
Did Rivermeyer just storm out of the room?
I haven't left yet. Like I'm waiting for Harshnag. I'm not gonna go outside the portal without Harshnag, but I'm ready to like kill whatever is here. I'm pissed. I'm pacing.
Okay, this is Phil. What was Harshnag's question that he recommended? Find out more about the king, the giant king.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Haven't we used all our questions?
You have one left.
Oh.
Where was the last seen appearance of the king? That's a good question.
That is
No,
a good
'cause
question. Or
We
where
would want
is
to know
the...
where he is now, as opposed to where he was last seen.
No, I'd rather know where he was last seen. Because where
Yeah,
he is now won't be a definite answer. Where he was last seen will be a definite answer.
Where was he last seen on the material plane? 'Cause
Sure.
planes and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Great Oracle. Where was the giant king last seen on the prime material plane?
Maelstrom.
Damn it. So we're gonna kill Cloth, and then we're gonna kill Asmodon, and then we're gonna kill everybody.
The light went out.
Well, time to
I
go
look
get
at one
eaten
of
by
the
a dragon.
torches. I look at one of the torches and say, Ignis.
Nice.
You see it kind of flame up around it, but the light is not lighting up.
Does Bran have inspiration? Because if he doesn't have any, give it to him. Because that would be genius. I mean, ingenious thought.
You guys all already have inspiration.
Okay. Good job, man. That was like I didn't even think about that. I got so caught up with Dragon being here. I knew he was gonna say here too, man. The second he said one word and then Harshnag didn't answer, it was like, oh, it's here. I got this. Let's go.
Oh my god, we can't beat a dragon!
We have a giant. Let's go.
It depends how old that dragon is. If it's like an ancient dragon, we're fucked.
I have a feeling it's inside the blimp.
How could it be inside the...
Egeron looks over at you
They can
guys.
shapeshift. They can shapeshift.
Are you headed to Parnest?
Yes,
you headed to
yes,
Parnest?
we all, as soon as we kill this dragon that's here, you hate dragons just as much as every giant. You understand?
Also, it's going to be difficult to leave with a dragon in our way.
We shall kill your father. We have made this promise. Unrelated, do you happen to know where Parnast is?
I can't recall many things any longer,
Of course you can't.
except for my burning hatred. Why does Parnast ring so many bells? Is that where I'm from? I can't remember.
Crowen will know. Don't worry. We're gonna go kill the dragon. Can we please continue now?
Yeah, but first... what would that be? What would a check be to know if I've ever heard of Parnast before? Cody?
History?
Is that... Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm just guessing. It's up to Cody.
Yeah.
Also, Cesare, lose your inspiration for not asking about your sister when you found out she was in danger after abandoning her.
She's not in danger. She's at the place.
How do you know?
Cody, I like how they made this their emblem on the book.
I have no reason to think otherwise.
You think, or you've
Doppelganger
heard,
splendor.
you've heard of the word Parnast? Something about maybe it's a small village. Maybe it's a place. It's a small village somewhere around the Gray Peak Mountains. You're not sure exactly where, but for some reason you're thinking small village outside of the Gray Peak Mountains.
Cool.
Would we know where the Great Peak Mountains are?
Yes, you would.
Bran thinks
I can put you
the
on the map if you
Oracle
need it.
is the dragon, and he tries to perceive the voice where it was talking from and swipe his axe.
You think about it for a moment. You look around. It's a big circular room, and you think, right there. That's where it is. And nothing.
Harshnag, grab your axe. We're killing it.
Yeah, okay, sure. But yeah, this is what could possibly go wrong.
Well, all we know is that it's a dragon. We don't know that it's Cloth or any other evil dragon.
Hey,
What?
newsflash, Malachi! There used to be a war where only giants and dragons lived. You either with them or against them. For one,
Wait,
I'd
what?
choose this guy.
What? I did not know about this part, but
Harshnag's even talked about it. Did you not stay up and talk to him late at nights?
not
Well, I
really. Oh, well, you sleep less than we do. Anyway, Malachi, what are the odds that there will just be another dragon after we've already established that there is the cloth red dragon who is probably going to, plot against us and kill us at some point?
We already met a non-evil dragon.
He seemed pretty evil with me. He had dwarves who turned invisible and
Actually,
all
take
kinds
that
of
back.
things.
Never mind. Malachi would not have known about that dragon, unless you guys would have mentioned it.
The
That was-
silver one?
Yeah, the silver one.
I thought you were there for that.
I was pretty sure that was like
That was just when we met you. There was the one, but there were the disciples before that who were dicks.
Yep. You're right. It was right when we met it. I thought it was Yeah, because we first met, what's his name?
Yeah, but Cesare's been
Zephyros
suspicious
after.
of these
Okay.
zealots this whole time, but also has been trying to like manipulate them and get a free ride out of them and shit. All right, yeah, no, Rivermeyer, you lead the way. You are the one who is all about the killing. I will guess if
River Myers got a grin from ear to ear, hearing
If-
kind of like release the hounds. Like that's what you just did.
I stop Rivermeyer in the group. I say, you know, I think we didn't really specify if the dragon is alive or dead. Maybe he's
I don't
just
think
talking.
any of you understand. Did you not see how mad Harshnag got whenever he knew that we just took a ride from them?
Why are we waiting here talking? If there is a worm nearby, it will taste
I just hold
my
finger.
axe.
I just hold my finger up the whole time he's talking. Like, guys, that.
Well,
And then I
and
walk out. If Harshnag walks through the portal, I walk through the portal.
yeah.
I look at Bran and
He
I point at
turns.
the dragon's skull on Harshnag's head.
Shing, shing. He heads to the portal. Rivermeyer, are you after him?
Oh yes.
Okay.
God damn it.
Everybody, yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, but Charlie Brown walk, head down.
I need to know what you can see, Cesare.
Nothing. Or
You can't see on the lights.
I mean, I can see everything with the light. Oh, yeah. I mean, I see the room and all the lights and everything.
All right, this is your torch because you would have a torch for this place already lit. That's not a problem. And give me just a moment here.
If
I
we
tried to
appear to
take
be in
his bit up.
danger, but not in combat right away, I would cast Infrasion, or Dark Vision rather, on
I
Cesare.
should say tonight's been a
Is that a concentration spell?
awesome night,
I
guys.
don't believe that it is. But I will check.
I want to make this very clear for you guys on exactly what you see.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
Actually, hold on. I think it'd be closer to like that. Now remember, this map is all fucked. So, as you guys step through the portal,
It is not concentration.
you hear the crunch of frost under heavy feet as an enormous blue dragon bursts through the main doors of the temple. The great worm pays no mind to the statues here, and instead it fixes its hateful gaze on you.
Come at me, you foul bitch.
Please roll initiative.
This is one thing I want to do really well. Please, game.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah, you
Shit.
roll that torch initiative.
Oh, did I?
Cardi, I'd like to spend my inspiration on that.
You cannot.
Okay. Whatever. I don't know why. I mean, you keep telling, oh, it's any D20 roll, but whatever.
Not for this one. Not for this one, buddy.
What you said for the last one too.
That's not true at all.
I swear to God.
Why is there a torch in the turn initiative?
And why did it
And
roll back at
where is Malachi?
me?
I hate to say it, but I'm having some technical issues right now. It's
George got a
freezing up on me
17.
here. Oh, God damn it.
You're good. I've already got you in there.
Okay. Wait, I get advantage though, so I should get best of 2.
Okay. There you go. You're first.
Yeah.
So you look up and you see an enormous blue dragon with a large white horn sticking out over the top, and you can see it flickering off way in the distance, maybe 200, 300 feet away, as it comes bursting through this door. You're the first one to act. What do you do?
I would like to... It's clearly hostile, right?
It's looking right at the group, who is conveniently all clustered very close together.
That's an interesting point. I will cast Sleet Storm at it, trying to capture its head in the foggy mist. I don't know why my Roll20 is frozen though. And
Okay, you're locked up on Roll20, so you just want me to cast a spell for you?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
You have Sleet Storm?
Yep. I picked
Okay,
up the
there we go.
level.
So, Sleet Storm. And where do you want to aim this thing?
So it's 20 feet high, 40 feet in radius.
It is, I mean, buddy, you're 210 feet away from this thing.
Oh, I only have 150 foot range.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I will just...
I mean, it's almost a football field away. And this, remember, this is a enormous room. It's the only way to describe this place.
Right. Okay. I'll move 25 feet, then sort of away from the party, like sideways, and then hold an action to lightning bolt it if it gets in range.
Got it.
Sorry about that.
Bran.
Okay, Bran is going to move 40 feet this way. He's going to try to keep the big storm giant statue in between him and the dragon.
Okay.
So, let's see. Yeah, I'll go 40 feet there and do the dodge action.
Okay. And make sure you switch back over your select move, otherwise you won't be able to do anything. That brings us to Cesare.
Cesare is gonna put his hand on Rivermeier's shoulder and whisper in his ear, "I really fucking hate you right now," and cast greater invisibility on him, turning the elf fucking invisible. And I'm gonna move. Fuck this. I'm gonna move over to behind. I'm gonna move just directly, like not forward at all, just straight up and down.
Okay.
Like kind of hide behind Harshnag, and as give bardic inspiration to Bran as I hide behind Harshnag's leg, like you can do it. And that's it.
Rivermeyer. You hear Cesare yelling at you, kind of frustrating. And as you look down to kind of turn back at him, you can see yourself fading. And you realize that you are no longer visible.
Yeah? Awesome. So 5, 10, 15. Oh, my bad. That's 30. Okay. I have a total of 70, by the way. Because I'm going to bonus action dash.
Okay. Now, remember, all this is like jacked.
Right. Each square is 10 feet. I got you. I spaced it out. See? Which puts me in range to not have disadvantage for the dragon. And I'm going to shoot with advantage, and because it hasn't acted, get my assassinate. I'm pretty sure it's going to reveal me, though.
It does
Well,
not.
Greater invisibility.
Nope.
Awesome. Boom! Boom!
Nice.
So, I'll take that. I like it.
Okay. So we've got a 30 critical for 12, 28, 38 damage.
Yeah.
How you like me now?
Very nicely done.
Broken.
And at this point, holy fuck.
The dragon dies. The dragon surrenders.
Oh my god. This thing is incredible. Okay. Rivermeyer, I need you to take a... Hold on, let me measure this real quick. Alright. Yeah, she's going to move anyways. I need you to make me a reflex save, please.
Cool. Even if I fail it, I still take half. 'Cause I'm
A dexterity save, excuse me.
Oh, yeah, look, I failed it. I take half!
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Whew.
You see this dragon turn,
Oh my god.
and you can feel the vibrations coming off from even its voice as it resonates deep in your chest. And as you go to pull up another, you can see it move much quicker than you thought. It crunches down through the ice, it slithers up, and it raises up nice and tall, and you can see the crackling of energy forming in its throat and going all the way up, 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 up. And then, with a horrendous crackle snap, it just freaking sizzes through the air, and you try to duck out of the way, and you are able, thankfully, to avoid the brunt of it, but I need you to take 42 damage at half damage. Lightning damage.
Yep. Cool. Question: did it look like it was still like it still saw me, or did it look like it was just spraying lightning everywhere?
You're not certain.
Okay.
And you see it kind of hunker down. That brings us over to Harshnag. Die, you beast! As he goes charging in, and he gets up to right about there. Excuse me. With his axe. Malachi.
I will, let's see. So I'm pretty close to Bran here, right?
Yeah.
Like, Bran, stone time. And jump at Bran, and I'll hit him with a stone giant polymorph. Or not polymorph. Yes, polymorph.
Okay. So you're going to turn Bran into a stone giant.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Baller.
Okay, Bran, I'll handle your attacks, my man. I'm going to leave you where you are at the moment. Actually, you know what? I can do this. Stone Giant, edit. Can be edited and controlled by Bran. Bran, save. Alright, you should have Stone Giant in your... do you have control over him?
Yeah, looks like it.
Enjoy, my man! Alright. That brings us over to Bran.
Oh boy. Never seen any of this. I'm gonna... Oosh. What does that do? Is that like a ranged attack?
Yeah, that's you
Rock?
picking up a rock and throwing it.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. if
Hold
I can.
left shift and double click the Stone Giant. Is that a little better?
And roll 20s. Freeze.
This room.
What are you
this,
doing, my
like,
man?
map is so big.
What are you doing, Bran?
Trying to close the gap and throw a rock at him.
Okay, I don't know if you're gonna be able to find a rock inside the temple. I'm gonna say that you can. I'm gonna say that there's a chunk of the ceiling that has fallen that is laying on the floor here, and you can step up if you'd like to there and throw a stone if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
do that.
All right.
Should I re-roll?
Yeah, re-roll it for me. All right, we have a... Just click on the thing and hit rock at the top. Are you having problems?
For some reason, I can't select the token anymore.
Okay, I got you. I have an 11 for 29. Do you see that as well?
I don't. It's probably
It's
GM rolled.
whispered. I'm asking Brian if you see it. Well, we got an 11 for 29, guys. So you
Okay.
reach down, you look down, you're kind of transformed, and immediately your instincts kick in. You walk over, you pick up a large rock, and you hurl it at the great worm, sailing a little high and wide as it kind of slithers in, able to avoid it. Cesare!
Cesare is going to move 30 feet forward and down, and god damn you, Torch. The Torch is going to attack with Torch Attack. Okay, Cesare is going to move down.
Form up an ice dragon!
Gonna move the full 30 feet, and then he's gonna put a pair of arrows into the worm, which is exactly 100, which is actually just shy of 150 feet away, so
You
I
got
can
it.
do it without having to do it at disadvantage.
Go for it, my man. 7 and a 21
Fuck yeah.
for 9 damage. Absolutely, your arrow goes sizzling by. One, and you don't even wait for the first one. You send off the second one immediately after that.
But I'm doing that as walking, and while I'm doing it, I'm doing like a, we stand, we fight, we do not yield to fucking ice dragons. And then I gave Bardic Inspiration to the Malachi.
To Malachi. Rivermire.
Yep, I'm going to move. Roll20's lagging for me a little bit.
Yeah, guys, that's alright.
Okay, that's 40. Give me a second, because I can bonus dash. That makes 30. So that's my full movement. And then I'm going to shoot it. And if it doesn't see me, I get sneak attack.
Yeah, absolutely. For another 27 damage on this thing. No problem. As it kind of digs on, and you can see it crackling with energy on one side. You see this thing pop over right about here or so. And you see it just look down, and it doesn't look like it's looking at anything, and it just whoosh, and it just gushes its wings, and you can kind of hear not happening. And I need everybody within 15 feet. So Daniel, to make a dexterity saving throw, please. Okay, so I need you to take 16 damage. You can half it to 8. And you are knocked prone. At the same time, this thing lifts up off of the air as it's gusting this wind all the way through. And it's amazing to see this thing's wing span as it is spread out and actually picking itself up off the ground. And it gets about 10 feet off the ground already, and it turns, and the same energy is crackling up, and it comes headed right towards you, Bran and Harshnag. I need you both to make dexterity saving throws, which I will make over here. Not you, Rivermire. That failed. Holy shit. Bran, do I need to make your save?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I have a dexterity of 16. You need it to be a... Come on. There we go. Not even close. Okay, so... I need you to take 75 lightning damage, please.
Ouch.
As it picks up off the ground. Harshnag also takes this damage. And then brings us over to Harshnag.
Oh, this beast will taste my axe! Run, my small folk friends! Get out of here!
And he lunges up and he tries to close in on this thing and make one attack against it before it flies out of his range. Ah, that's not bad. And this thing is just outside of his range. And he comes back for a second swipe. And you can kind of almost hear this kind of guttural laughing that resonates deep in your chests. Malachi.
All right. I'm going to turn into an owl and fly. If I fly up here, does it look like there's a place I could like get a decent foothold, and or will I be like at risk of falling off if I get jostled at all?
Potentially.
Yeah, you totally lose concentration on polymorph, FYI.
Not when I shape change.
You can't cast magic while shape changing until you're 18.
You don't lose concentration on spells that have already been cast. Look, if you look in the player's handbook. I remember looking it up after one of the last sessions. Wait. I'm 100% sure of that. So, Cody, is this like super slick up here? Like, I'm gonna slip off and fall if I try and like, if he attacks me once? Or like, could I get a good, if I switch back to dwarf, can I be up here and be safe? Not safe, but like, stable.
Yeah, you can find a foothold up top. No doubt.
Okay. Alright. I guess he used lightning, which isn't a great sign, but what the hell? Oh wait, no, I can't do anything else. I guess I stay as a owl and I sit up here and kind of scope things out. So I used my action this turn already to change into the owl. So I'm done.
Okay. That brings us over to Bran.
Okay. I'm gonna move kind of up here behind Harshnag and throw a rock at this thing.
You are holding a great club if you want to just try to hit this thing twice. It's low enough just, at least right now for the moment, to do that. It's your call. You can do either.
Yeah, if I'm in range, I'll great club it for sure.
Yeah, you can basically move up, close in on it, and great club it. Or at least attempt to.
Alright.
Oh, you've got it. You got it. 15 for 25. And you can see how powerful this thing is. As you go to get close, it whips its tail down at you and literally almost makes you drop the great club before you can even put a significant emphasis behind it. And it is able to avoid this attack pretty easily. It turns with the same tail and whips it back out across your face. Because that's what this bitch can do.
Can I get 2 attacks in or no?
No, not as far as you had to move. I have a 24 against you for 22 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So as you go, this tail kind of deflects the great club as you're coming in and swinging up high on it. It kind of knocks you off balance, and you cannot believe the force behind the blow as this thing rips up and across your chest, leaving a nasty kind of tear as it almost kind of hits you with its hard brick-like scales. Cesare.
Cesare yells out, "Run!" giving him bardic inspiration, and then moves 30 feet and is now like around 70, so lets off 2 more long bow shots and uses his luck to redo that first one, if that's okay with Cody.
Yep, not a problem.
Fuck yeah. not a great damage, but
The first one hits, the second one misses as you kind of steady your longbow, you're moving in, you're shouting out, you fire one off, the second one just goes clunking off. It appears the scales themselves, as it didn't have enough force behind it to really dig in and bite. Rivermire.
Now that it's been like shot and its tail is coming back around, can I climb its tail?
It's currently flying 10 feet in the air, and you don't have a tail to grab onto
So
at the
I'm
moment.
going-
But you're prone. You can stand up and shoot at this thing.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stand up for 15 of my movement, and bonus action dash to gain more movement, because that's what rogues can do. And whatever check you want me to make to climb the statue.
Oh God, this is like straight up man statue. Yeah, give me an athletics check.
who has that spider climb potion?
Can I inspiration that?
Yes, you may.
Do not know. I
think
don't
it's in the
have
bag.
Spell, so I would not have taken it. Yeah.
So I guess I have it then.
Rivermire, you turn and you try to slide up this thing, but the wind from this thing is whipping around and causes you to slide down a minute. You try to grab up one more before you slip completely off of this thing. This thing is just kind of iced over and a little cold from being here in the mountains, and this room is totally frosted over. You're unable to get a good grip on this statue. This thing turns and it... I need everybody to... Hold on. Let me do this here. I need everybody to make a wisdom save, please. Wow, Bran with a 21. Rivermire with a 12.
This is one thing Malachi's pretty
Ooh.
good at.
I'm gonna luck this one too, if that's okay with Cody.
Yep.
Come on. Slow ass thing.
Wow, a 5 into a 3. Malachi and Bran, you guys are able to kind of fight this thing off, but this thing... And you can hear it just kind of give this immense roar as it makes itself big and tall, continuing to flap and beat its wings as it's trying to get a little bit of height off the ground, or maybe hover, you're not quite sure. Rivermire and Cesare, you guys are now considered frightened.
Cool.
Which means you have disadvantage on this. You're frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, after your turns. So, let's do this here. Now, this thing will turn and lash down. It tries to bite you, Bran. I have a 25 for 23. It claws over at you as well, a 31 for 18 slashing. And the last claw comes back at Harshnag for an 18 for 14, which doesn't hit him, as he's able to kind of fend off the claw. And
So
then,
the first hit destroys the stone giant.
oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, absolutely. It reaches down and it kind of whips its head back around and lashes onto you right at the chest and kind of releases and drops you a few feet as you can feel your lungs almost filling up with blood. But as you hit the ground, you are no longer in your stone giant shape. You have returned to Bran. And then the second attack is a claw attack against you. So you take the remaining damage over. So you are at 7, right? So you take 16 from the bite. You can reduce that down to 8. And then you take an additional 18 from the claw, which you can reduce down to 9. So you take 17 damage from your current life total. After landing on the ground, you can feel kind of the wind knocked out of you. You see this tail come and trying to lash back down and smash you into the ground. And I have a 23 for another 12 bludgeoning damage. as you see this tail just clobber over you and almost crack and bury the stone around you in a big line around this tail.
Hit.
You've sunk my battleship. Harshnag lets out a run right now, and he, come at me, beast, come at me, and he continues to hack away at this thing. Come on, there we go. And he misses wildly. He misses wildly. This thing is kind of out of his reach.
Fool. I will kill you all.
Malachi, your turn.
Does it look like we scratched this thing at all?
Barely.
Alright. I will swoop down in an owly way. What's my range on polymorph? "60 feet, cool. Alright, so I swoop down, I will land, I don't know, here I guess. And polymorph Bran. And I'll yell, "Bran, it's time to go." And I'll turn him into a giant eagle. I'll say, "Grab Rivermire."
Okay. Let me see if I just happen to have an eagle token around. Maybe a griffin will have to do. Yeah, you'll just have to be a griffin because I don't have another token at the moment.
I have the stat sheet up in front of me if it becomes necessary.
Okay, not a problem. And I'm not going to put you as a griffin, Bran, at the moment. Bran, it is your turn. You can feel the magic pulling at you. Unless you fight it off, you soon find yourself feathered. Which is a fun way for me to put that.
I don't see Rivermire, right?
You do not see Rivermire. He's currently invisible after having failed trying to climb up the statue, which you do not know.
As eagles, you do have advantage on perception checks, so you might be able to look for him. I don't know if you can try and... No, I guess you can.
He's
I'm
invisible.
completely gone.
Yeah.
I'm invisible, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing to... I'm very perceptive, my man. No, he's invisible.
Get Rivermire!
What do we got here? What's going on?
Rivermire, get to Bran!
What is going on?
I begin to fly, and I'm hovering in the midair.
Cesare, if you so choose, as a free action, not on your turn, if you so choose, you can stop concentrating on that spell. Oh, wait, forgive me. Is it a concentration spell on Greater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
You can choose to stop concentrating at any moment as a free action.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Wait, at any moment? So like in the middle of his turn, I could just
Yeah.
say, yeah.
You can just stop concentrating on maintaining the spell, absolutely. Alright, what are we doing, guys?
Oh, you're so close to
Urgency, we're in the middle of a battle. Let's make decisions or you're going to be skipped.
Well, I just
Alright, we're still on Malachi, right?
No, we're on Bran.
flying in midair,
It's on Bran.
and I guess if there's no attacks, I hold action to see what the party does.
Cesare.
Okay, so I need a little help on this one. Counter
Hold on,
charm.
Did I just get skipped?
No, you did not get
No,
skipped. You
you
swooped
turned
down
him
and
into
turned him
giant.
into a bird.
Oh, right, sorry. That is absolutely true.
Cesare.
It's not on my list.
Okay, so at level 6, bards get this thing that seems kind of useless, but this might be the only situation when it's useful. Counter charm. I've never totally understood how it works, but I think it dispels like this frightened, right? It takes a full action. It dispels it on me and anyone who can hear my playing.
All right, let's check it out here.
Oh, I think I can paste it in here.
No, it's all right. I'm staring at it.
Okay.
Within 30 feet, have it.
Right. So is that advantage on saving throws, meaning at the end of this turn it would be the saving throw that to no longer become frightened?
No, you could probably.
You and any friendly creatures. Yes, so you would have advantage on your saving throw to break the frightened effect on you at the end of your turn.
That is such a bullshit thing, though. That's a full action just to get slightly better. And only 30 feet. This is the most bullshit thing. All right, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, Rivermeyer, time to get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to stop concentrating and turn him visible again. And, oh, man.
You are... You kind of are looking around to see where he is, and you see just a little bit of movement right next to the statue, right underneath the dragon, as he suddenly becomes visible again right next to this dragon, who looks down and makes eye contact at him.
Snap. Wait, still hold on. Wait, I still have an action to do. Bran is holding his action. Does that mean that he could now do his action if he wanted, if I were to hold my action?
Bran, what would you like to do?
I just say, Rivermeyer, come to me, and then I wait for Rivermeyer to...
You sound like this. Squawk!
I still hold my action. I'm
Okay, Cesare, what are you doing?
I'm yelling like, Cesare, to me.
I don't even know where you are, dog. I'm gonna double move. I'm gonna move up to here. I'm moving up sort of behind Harshnag here.
Rivermeyer.
Cesare, you can't do that, man.
Yeah, I can move twice.
No, you can't. Not
can't?
towards the dragon, you can't.
Oh,
shit,
that's
you're
right. I forgot he was frightened.
Could I move down?
You can move away. Opposite direction of the dragon is which direction you can move.
Not like at a tangent?
You can't move any closer to the dragon.
Yeah.
Rivermeyer, go.
Yeah, I move.
Fuck, can I roll for my unfrightened at least?
Yes.
Disengage.
Wait, so you would have heard me yelling, like, Bran, get Rivermeyer. And you... Okay.
Okay, so you disengage, and then where are you going to, Rivermeyer?
Behind the statue, and I'm going to roll my wisdom save, and I'm also going to tell the group that they need to run and that I'm gonna die here with Harshnag. Deal with it.
Can you say that in character?
I'm not leaving! I'm killing this beast with Harshnag whether you do it or not! Get out!
Okay, you are also terrified at this point. And so the dragon, before it is its turn, it's going to lash back out at Harshnag.
Did I pass?
You rolled a 5, didn't you?
I rolled a 6.
Oh, that was Cesare's. Ah, yes, absolutely.
So if I passed, then that's exactly what I said.
I'll tell you if you passed or not. The DC is 20. Okay, so the tail comes lashing back down at Harshnag, and it proceeds to and wind. At this point, I need. Oh, you can't do it for me, so I'm just gonna do it for you. Sorry, my man. You to make a Oh, look, you made it. Or a strength save. You're able to maintain kind of flying in the air, trying to gain some as this dragon proceeds to blow wind in your direction, Bran, and try to knock you off. Unfortunately for Harshnag, God, He goes tumbling down and backwards 2 feet. Run! I said run! And he kind of gets back up on one knees. Run for your lives! And this dragon swoops back down in and lands, rocking the floor next to Harshnag, and it proceeds to, let me resize this thing about the right way. It proceeds to lurch up and try to lash out at him, and it bites into him. God. Absolutely. 34, 50 damage. Holy shit. As it starts, it's completely entangled up in Harshnag, and it bites down on him. It rips, and you can see bits of blood spewing about behind Harshnag in big, wide swaths. Harshnag brings his axe back down, lands it on the side of the dragon's claws. It comes in again. He tucks and rolls over. He raises his hands up as high as he can, and with all of his force, he crashes his axe directly into this statue. And you all hear as a large crack runs all the way up the top, and at the very top you can see a huge boulder comes crashing down in on the floor just a few feet away from you, Cesare, and lands with a loud thud. And you look up in time to see that the ceiling is about to go. And that is where we will end for this evening.
Ah.
Oh shit, dog.
Back with Malachi. For those of you hanging out with us on YouTube and hanging out with us during the stream, we appreciate it. We will be back next Wednesday. We are moving back our start times just a little bit to help accommodate some scheduling issues. So we're probably looking at a start time of around 7:45 Central Standard Time. So if you want to come back and hang out with us, we'd really appreciate it. But that's it for me. Do you guys want to say anything?
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yep. See you next week.
And all of you are rooting for the blue dragon. Screw you.
Dragons.
We'll catch you guys next time.